Notes are more like guidelines.
Just guidelines.
The whole reason we do this show is so I can drink beer with my friends once a week and have it count as business.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Notes are more like guidelines.
Oh, that's me. I was this close to pulling a 20+% beer. This close. And I was like, maybe I should get it ready, put it in the corner. What if Jeff does it? And I was like, oh, that's my excuse.
Well, I mean, I
still might do it.
I do have a 10%er, and I almost brought down a 9%er to go with it. So like we were that close to.
Yeah. I got an 8. I think it's 8 and a 9, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 and a 9, 4. I think is what I'm drinking tonight.
Well, what's funny is I grabbed the 10, and then I've also got an NA that I'm interested in trying out.
Oh.
So this one should be interesting. But anyway, welcome to Talking Heads, everyone. Episode 393, your once weekly live show for the latest in beer and tech news. I'm Jeff.
I'm John.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Wednesday night or in podcast form over on Spotify or wherever your favorite podcasts are found. If you've never seen the show before, we talk beer, we talk tech, we talk games, pop culture, entertainment, sometimes some Star Trek. All super chats are read on the air so long as they will not permanently demonetize the channel. We do drink alcohol in the show, and if you're drinking along with us, alcoholic or not, let us know in the chat, and we'll give some early show shoutouts as we go along. Last but not least, if you'd like to take part in the super secret chat and the even more super secret after party, think about joining the Patreon. Link is down in the video description. As a bonus, you'll get exclusive access to my Discord server, where you can chat with myself, John, Rhett, Steve, all the hosts from Talking Heads, and join the awesome community that hangs out over there.
Yes.
It's going to be a great show, I think.
It always is.
Yeah. We do have a lot to talk about. Obviously, Threadripper 9000 launched today, officially. I do have some thoughts on that, and in fact, I'm holding one, so there we go. My video's not quite ready to go yet. But
Jeff, it's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000. That's right. It's 99.80, in fact, and 99.70. As yeah,
that's your thumbnail right there. It's over 9.
I'm surprised no one did that. I saw some of the reviews drop today, and no one said it's over. So I think that's going to be my thumbnail. Hoping to have my video out on Friday. Hoping, maybe Saturday. We'll see. This has been a long one. I've had like 2 or 3 projects that have stacked like weeks on weeks on weeks on me.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was the Ceph tutorial that I just dropped this over the weekend, and I tried to sneak in the Ada 4000 SFF video. I finished the video edit for that this morning, launched that card. That was completely uncontroversial with nothing worth talking about. And haven't quite finished up my testing on Threadripper 9000, but that will be coming shortly. Wendell made the over 9,000 joke. Good. I'm glad someone did it. But yeah, it has been busy. Man, there's been a lot going on. A lot I still can't talk about. Yeah. And then, good God, I'm getting on a plane next Tuesday morning. I'll be gone for a couple of days, and then I'm getting on another plane. Obviously to come back, but then I'm getting on another plane like the 19th or something like that, and then I'm getting on another plane on the 2nd, and then I'm getting on another plane towards the end of September, and then I think I have one more trip somewhere in the middle of that all. It's like, yeah, I'm gone like every other week for the next 8 weeks or something like that. Like, it's absolutely insane. But a lot of fun stuff coming up. A lot of good things coming up. Yeah. Anyway, sounds like we both need beers.
I agree with that statement.
What do you got, sir?
Today I have a collaboration. I don't know if I did this one already or if I just posted on the Discord, but it's a collaboration with Paris Brewing and Jester King Goat.
Goats in the machine.
Goats in the machine.
Nice.
So this is the collaboration hazy IPA, 8%. I'll put the Untapped in the
Sweet.
chat.
Well, I'm going with a little bit of a different one today. We talk all the time about like our gateways into craft beer, and obviously living in Oregon, one of the main gateways is Deschutes Black Butte.
Yes.
Obsidian Stout.
Very good beer.
They recently came out with a non-alcoholic version of that.
Oh, you got it.
Black Butte NA. Yeah. So I went, heck yes, I want to try that. Spoiler, I've had a can. It's freaking delicious.
I've heard that. I've heard it's very good.
Yeah.
I heard too that there's a fresh squeeze NA out there.
I did not hear that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find that one.
Yeah, they're pretty soon. They're gonna have a whole variety. I think they might even have a variety pack of all NA.
Dude, I'm gonna have to find that. But I mean, for an NA beer, look at that pour.
Look at that, and that head's nice looking.
Yeah. Dude.
All right, so it looks like they just got fresh squeeze and Black Butte though. But yeah, no.
Cool. Reverend over in the chat, cracking into a 2019 Goose Island Bourbon County Stout wheat wine aged in larceny wheated bourbon barrels, 15.4 and a 4.19 on Untapped.
I think I have had that.
I don't think I've had that one. I don't think I've had
I did a video on that when it came out.
Yeah. I don't think I've had the 19 wheat wine. Dylan is drinking wine while the children whine. Nice. Let's see. Zeus has an Ninkasi oatmeal stout. That's always a fantastic one.
I had 2018 wheat wine.
Okay, gotcha.
A year off.
Let's see. John J has an all caps by Blackstack Brewing. Double IPA New England Hazy 8.2% with a 4.2 out of 5. Fat Hacker sends over 5 Aussie bucks. Thank you so much, Fat Hacker. Because I'm working, I have a Deutschland-made Arizona iced tea while upside down. Cheers.
As he drinks it, it pours down his throat the opposite way.
Well, he counters that with a crazy straw. So does circles before it gets in his mouth. Yeah. Budney's got an Elysian Phase Dust Imperial Hazy. Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any others right off the bat? Yes. Harley's got a Confluence 2243 Hazy IPA. I've had that one. It is quite good. 9.1%. Mike Jones said I had 3 beers last night, and I'm still good from that. Pete's trying a Taka vodka. Doesn't taste like paint thinner, also inexpensive. Honestly, that's all you can ever ask for in a vodka. Like, vodka's supposed to be neutral by default, and so it's the spirit that I don't understand spending more than $20 for. It's supposed to be the thing that makes other things alcoholic.
I like the flavor of the other thing, but I just want it to get me drunk.
Right. Yeah, that's what vodka's supposed to be. Or you add things to vodka to flavor it. I don't understand flavored vodkas either, because why would I put crappy flavoring into a neutral spirit? Keep the marshmallow and the lime and the lemon and the cola and the peppermint and all that other crap away from me. Add peppermint, a good peppermint, to your drink and put vodka in it. That's my rant on vodka. And then we'll do one more. Gameeks has a Hazy Jane by Brewdog, 5%, and a 3.67 on Untapped.
Nice.
So, cheers to you all.
Oh, that tastes Ah. It's that Randy Marsh ghost scene, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Ah.
The spooky ghost.
Spooky. So many good scenes in that one.
What's funny is you mentioned South Park. I actually did put this into the notes as a late ad. Maybe we'll start with that. South Park's season 27 debut episode of Sermon on the Mount set a record for South Park season debuts or episode debuts of all time. 5.9 million views in the first 3 days. Made it their most watched episode, or most watched premiere episode since 1999. So, yeah. Just out of that to the notes.
Yeah. What did they get? Like, how much? $3 billion or something like that?
1.5 billion for 50 episodes of South Park.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Basically, well, did you ever watch the Casa Bonita documentary they put out?
I don't know that I did.
Oh, so they bought the rights and Casa Bonita in Denver and restored it. And they dumped all this money into it, and they lost a lot just rebuilding it, but they rebuilt it just how like originally was and how it's portrayed in the classic episode.
Nice.
And then now they own it, but there was also they were even saying in there that's like, oh, that's why we're kind of late. And this was, I think, 2 years ago or so.
Okay, gotcha.
Not super recently, but which would have then been 3 years ago. So, them putting it on. But yeah, this is basically during the whole we only do specials.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of, I think, one of the reasons why they were lacking in episodic, and it was just like, oh, we're doing mini movies essentially, which some of them were actually hilarious.
So, yeah, I watched the new episode. I freaking loved it. we won't get into too much of a review, but I thought it was perfection. You guys shut up and eat the bread. Just eat the bread. You want to end up like Colbert? Eat the bread.
I like Cartman is just like trying to do the suicide pact with Butters. I thought that was
and it's an Eevee.
Yeah, it's an Eevee. It's like, oh yeah, the body just takes forever. It's gonna be any moment now.
Come on, suck it in.
Yeah, any moment now.
I feel it taking me. That's right, Butters. We're about to hit sweet death, sweet embrace. I love you, man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yep. I thought, yeah. So much we could talk about. Go watch it. It was so good. I've watched it twice. I think they fully didn't expect to get a second episode because they didn't have a second one ready yet. And so there was no episode this week. The next episode's August 6th or whatever that day is.
Yeah, I don't know, because usually they're pretty. I mean, they pride themselves in doing. Yeah. That they'll make an episode in 4 days, and basically that's because they even released a whole little mini documentary episode of how they make an episode. Yeah. And it is literally because with the way they animate, and I bet they can probably do it faster now, especially with newer AI tools and the way that's all generated with the tools. But yeah,
I doubt they would ever use AI. Now, a lot of people thought they used AI for the live action sequence. We'll just put it at the end of this episode. Actually, that was a deep fake. They actually went to the desert and filmed that with a live actor. And that was a deep fake that was applied. But that was Trey and Matt's deepfake company. They own a deepfake studio. and whatnot. And so that was their own company doing that as well. And part of the reason they started it is for, celebrity,
Parodies
funny bits and
stuff
parodies and things like that. They've used it to pretty good effect in the past, but they're like, yeah, why not just make it live action? Like, go that extra mile, and God, that was good. But no, that was not AI generated, and I don't think we'll see anything AI from them. I think certain amounts of deep learning algorithms, but photogrammetry to do deepfake is not necessarily AI. That's not learning. That's feature matching on a face.
Yeah.
And a lot of specific work goes into that. So.
The free stuff or even the $10 a month stuff, that's not AI. That's just mapping. But for good stuff, you're hand mapping a face.
Right. Yeah.
And going in there and then telling it and then slightly adjusting here and there, whatnot, frame by frame by frame by frame. If you wanted it to look AI, you can just throw some filters on there, oversaturate it. Right. And that's probably what they did too at the beginning, and then release, and this is actually a deep fake company of theirs. So
yep. But no, that final shot was live action with an actor on location. There's a great shot of I think Trey holding his finger up during that shot. I'll just leave it at that.
That's used as the reference.
We're gonna have to blur that. Well, what if we put eyes on it? Well, now it's a character.
Yeah. Yeah, they're known for doing that.
Perfect. All right. What else do we have to get to today? Speaking of AI, YouTube finally put a use case to all their AI that they've been trying to shove down everyone's throats. Instead of using it to, I don't know, maybe block the 36 porn comments I have to block from every single new video that they could very easily do with a wave of their goddamn hands. Instead, they're going to use it to identify teen users so they can make sure they're within compliance of any privacy and child protection laws. Yeah. No way this goes bad. No way this doesn't hit false positives for special needs individuals or
something, or young, just people,
non-neurotypicals, or no way some dude who only watches Minecraft speedruns ever gets flagged as an invalid user or underage user.
Well, I want to know is if a person, let's just go with, say they are 18, 19, and they're a makeup tutorial artist.
Yeah.
And they purposely look really young, and that's the whole point. And it gets flagged. It's like, okay, you can be, in your mid-20s, and with all the makeup tutorials on YouTube already, you can look really young.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are, in fact, actually. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, or I don't know. It'll be interesting.
The thing about this that I don't think anyone's talking about, that would be my absolute first question, is what happens for false positives, number one, and what happens on the date of someone's 18th birthday? Because the law is binary. The law is black and white. The law is 17 years, 364 days, you are under the age of 18, and you are privy to pending child protection laws and YouTube's non-advertising policy for minors and a whole bunch of other things. But then the second they turn 18, they're no longer bound by those laws.
Yeah.
So does YouTube have a way to AI analyze the day someone turns 18? Is it a flex thing? Is it a gray area? Like, when's that switch happen, YouTube? How are you figuring out that? And look, I know the alternative is submitting identification to YouTube or a birth certificate or a driver's license or something, which we shouldn't have to do anyway. But the whole thing with child protection on the internet, there are so many other things that are more effective than a company blocking viewership or detecting it on their own or whatever else. I hate nanny state policies. I have a strong distaste for not only nanny state when it comes to minors, but you've got 18 states that are outlawing adult sites without verifying you're over 18 now. Guess what? VPNs are a thing. Guess what? Fake IDs are a thing. Guess what? Photo identification can't work from a webcam because I can hold up a picture of someone else and a webcam can't distinguish those facial features. It's... We value freedom. And that includes the risks that are inherent too. And that it assumes the responsibilities of the parents and the individuals living in the society. And I'm sorry if I'm getting too political here, but YouTube shouldn't be trusted with taking my identification for age verification purposes any more than they should be trusted to AI scan profiles.
Well, interesting you said that. Did you see, and I think this came out either today or yesterday, but Australia is banning YouTube for 16 and under?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it kind of goes back to like, how are they going to do that? And you'd have to update your verification, all of that. I'm not opposed to less social media stuff for kids, but how do we block that? And that still comes back to more of the individual and the parenting, less on the government type of a thing. Like you said, freedom is something we enjoy, and we shouldn't be sitting there being like, oh, it's up to that company. It's okay, it's our responsibility to raise our kids how we want them to be raised. If we're okay with this, then I guess you're okay with it. There's porn is one thing, or adult stuff is one thing, but standard stuff on YouTube, I don't know. Everyone's gonna have their niche examples and niche things about it. There was no difference between this and I remember early on it was cable TV for probably our generation going up. Oh, you had cable TV. Well, that's where the naughty channels were,
Yeah.
And you had the UHF signal. Oh, you get it just right with the antenna. You can see the lines, at 11 o'clock at night, or any magazines. So you still every generation has.
Do you know how I know this isn't going to work?
How?
Number one, they can't even block the porn comments coming through. The porn bots with the profiles, please click on me, link in the bio.
Yeah.
The 3 dozen I get on literally every video for the last 2 years. That I flag every freaking one of them. I flag every single one. YouTube doesn't care. You know what happens if I complain to them, Team YouTube on Twitter? They go, oh, make sure you're flagging those so we can train our system better. Based on my data alone, you should be able to flag them yourself automatically. I have submitted enough requests, enough information to your algorithm to know which profiles are bad. I've developed blocking tools myself.
I could develop an algorithm. Yes, I was going to say, I could develop just based on keywords.
Right.
I don't even care if it's a real person. I just don't want these keywords in my comments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you know how else I know this is bound to fail? Is the number of trap videos that make it into YouTube Kids.
Oh, yes.
That, is all of a sudden, Elsa and Anna making out or killing each other, or Winnie the Pooh with a headless rabbit, or any number of those videos that make it through whatever algorithm and flagging mechanisms they have in place that don't work.
Yep. No, and it'll be figured out. I almost wonder if the new fancy thing is just to say it's going to be AI based, and then everyone's like, "Oh, that's ultra smart. Yeah. I trust that now." Or stock market now going to go up because I say we're integrating AI. Oh, new thing, let me invest. Mm-hmm. And boom, that jumps up. How much you want to bet there's actually going to be no AI involved, and it's just a bunch of people, just like the Amazon stores watching the videos again. And they're just going, oh no, it's AI. They're using AI tools, and that's really what we wanted to say. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And it's just dumb.
Cos sends over $5. Thank you so much, American Cosworth. I wonder if they will verify Hacker when he gets a pallet of root beer in Australia. We have a GoFundMe going right now for a member of our Discord community who's in Australia who loves root beer. We are trying to send Fat Hacker, who commented at the top or left a super chat at the top of this video. We're trying to send him a pallet of root beer. So if you're in the Discord server,
what root beer are we trying to go for? Though? Is it a variety?
That's a great question. So hold on.
I'm gonna submit Henry Weinhardt's. If you're gonna go with the class, at least go with the nice Henry Weinhardt's root beer.
Yeah.
For mass distributed root beer, I think that's probably the best one.
Henry Weinhardt's is solid. I was always a Barks fan.
Barks is good.
Yeah, Barks is pretty good. A&W, I guess, is really big still in Australia. Like they still exist here, but I guess they're still really big over there. So yeah, I mean, lots of options, and that's just the mainstream stuff. That's before we get into craft root beer and craft sodas and all kinds of.
What about
stuff.
Sarsaparilla?
I love sarsaparilla.
I love sarsaparilla too. What's a good sarsaparilla?
Hacker, do you like true sarsaparilla, or are you simply a root beer fan? Like this is inquiring minds want to know.
We need to know.
Yeah. Thank you, Kaz, and thank you, Hacker. Terrapup sends over $5. My 13-year-old daughter gets around adult check by using YouTube guest account, and that was the other thing. Thank you for reminding me of this. And thank you, Terrapup, for the $5. Is they're only talking about using AI to analyze accounts that have been created that will view YouTube based on account creation date and habits of the user, which probably includes search terms and mail history and crap like that. Things that an AI can easily scan for. What happens if I just don't log in?
Yeah. Well, now that was the same thing with the Australia. Is they were saying, oh, they're only going to ban verified accounts. You can still search YouTube, but you just won't be able to then comment. What? So they're going to be even more anonymous.
Yeah.
And all it's going to do is just learn the history based off the device name then, or the device ping, and just know that
people don't share devices. People don't share IP addresses.
Whatever.
That's also not a thing.
Also, you can't sit there and be like, oh, I just logged into my mom's account or my friend's account who's 18 or whatever. Or we just, it's not hard to break these type of things. Again, I think they're just key trigger words for either the companies getting pressure on something, or they're like, hey, if we announce this new feature, we're going to get a bump in, profit somewhere.
And I think go ahead.
Oh, instead of actually making their algorithms and things like you said, hey, let's stop these comments. So the users and the creators actually have a better time doing the things that they're meant to be doing.
Yeah. I put in the show notes, you got to use that AI that you bought for something, right?
Yeah.
That was the title of this article that I put in. Hey, we finally found a use case that we can throw $1 billion worth of equipment at. What if we took a stab in the dark at the age of our registered users? Way to go, YouTube. You solved the AI paradigm.
Or is it just Alphabet just trying to say, hey, we want more information for our, brand new, huge AI server that we're building. So let's throw it into YouTube to collect even more data.
Also a possibility.
And what better data to collect than people's personal information, like their age and what they like to watch.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we know that this isn't exactly where it's gonna go in everything, collect every bit of data, because the more data they collect, the more they get to sell you, which makes them more money.
A lot of root beer suggestions coming in. I love these. First off, Cosworth sends over another $2. Thank you much. John, bigger number always better. I don't know. I don't remember what that
graph
was.
Graph go up. Yeah. Graph go up.
Oh yeah, graph go up. Okay. Yeah. Got to use the AI for something. Rev says if we have any choice, Jones and the Great Notion root beer. Those are two excellent choices.
Great Notion
root beer. But again, Jones
Rogue has a root beer.
Rogue has a root beer, and it's delightful. It is really, really good. Terrapup says Rare Hair root beer. That's one I have not heard of. Barks is the best from Lord Chariot. Sean says Stewart's root beer. Budney says I like Mug Zero Sugar root beer. I do like Mug. Mug is kind of a dark horse as well.
Yeah.
And Kaz is the one that's heading this up. He says I'm in the process of becoming an import-export expert in Australia for root beer sales. What about Not Your Father's root beer? Ooh, go little spiced root beer. That'd be pretty good. Ginger beer is also amazing. Fully agree with that. I love ginger beer. What about alcoholic ginger beer? I'd just as soon make myself like a gin mule or a Kentucky mule or Again, if I'm gonna have something like ginger beer, that's the strong flavor that I'm looking for. I'm not gonna cut it with $30 or $40 bourbon and go, oh yeah, I'm absolutely doing my best here. And I certainly don't want the cheapest of cheap ethanol or God forbid, a wine cocktail in a store-bought mule for an alcoholic ginger beer. So just let me add my own vodka.
Well, that's exactly like you were saying with the sweet vodkas. It's the same thing with the pre-made cocktails or hard sodas. Like they're giving you cheap malt liquor, cheap alcohol with actually probably really bad sugars too. And it's like, no, if you can go and find the good and the good sodas or the good beverages of whatever you want and a $20 gin or vodka, you're going to be fine. You're going to be way prettier.
Yep.
And way more happy.
Yeah. Most people don't know this, but in the U.S., because of our Prohibition era laws, and even these laws actually extend way back before that, the U.S.'s first open rebellion was the Whiskey Rebellion because of the taxes imposed on whiskey, which I understand.
Yeah, I would. I'm going to war for that one.
Yeah. But I was talking about this. I can't remember who I was talking about this with but we are allowed in the U.S. to brew beer at home, make wine at home, malt beverages at home. You can do any kind of alcoholic beverage you want at home. You can make it at home. And depending on your state and local county, city regulations, you can even start selling that pretty easily, actually. However, you cannot distill anything.
Oh.
You can't distill, and there are very strict rules over what you can sell as distilled liquor. So we can make beer at home a dozen different ways. You can make homemade Pruno, and it's fine, as long as you do not capture and evaporate for consumption. That's the rule. Because of the way the alcohol is made, or in this case, refined. For those who don't know, distilling is boiling, and you capture the alcohol vapor as it boils off because your solution boils at a higher temperature than the alcohol. You catch the alcohol vapor, and you have a distillate.
You separate. You have the separation.
Yeah. The second you distill something, it is subject to federal tax and regulation, And it is very tightly controlled, very heavily monitored, and completely illegal regardless of situation at home. You cannot distill at home in the United States. You can make essential oils at home in the United States.
Yeah, you can do oils and distill water.
Yeah, you can distill water. That's correct. Yeah, but not for alcoholic purposes. You can't even freeze distill, which is the same effect in reverse, because alcohol freezes at a lower temperature, and so you could freeze the water in something, put it in the freezer, and then siphon the alcohol off of it. Anything to condense the alcohol through distillation, whether it's boiling or freezing, is illegal. That also extends to the sale and marketing of liquor within the United States. And the whole point of this is canned cocktails. They are often malt beverages or wine cocktails, because you can mix wine into whatever you want. You can mix malted beverages or mashed beverages or whatever else into whatever you want. You cannot sell a distilled liquor, though, as a finished final drinkable product. As a cocktail. You cannot do a pre-batched cocktail and sell it. That's illegal. But you can do it with any other form of alcohol. I feel like we should start a rebellion again just for this. Because it's stupid. Because you can make a 40% beer at home. You can't make a 40% whiskey.
Yeah.
That would be illegal.
Yeah. Well, it's just the process. Well, I guess. I mean, you could. So.
Yep.
Oh God, no. I'm just looking through the notes of the next one. I was like, oh my gosh, no, please.
Yeah. But... Jay sends over a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Jay. Much appreciated. Boy, it's a good thing Google's motto is "Don't be evil." That used to be their logo. That is no longer their motto. They've actually officially removed that once they became Alphabet. Google's motto was "Don't be evil." Once Alphabet became the parent company, that went away. One moment, I'm receiving some new information. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that. God. I'm just about done with this.
I got like two sips in mine.
So I will say it doesn't have obviously any alcohol bite at all. I could use this for being a little bit sharper. Like it's missing a little bit of something. But flavor profile is wonderful. This is exactly what I would want out of a non-alcoholic stout. Yeah. It's just as rich and full-bodied as Black Butte is. It is just as flavorful. Especially on like the darker, maltier, rich notes. There's a touch of like a roasted char to the back end of it, ever so slight, but like a really well-rounded like caramel malt kind of as the main flavor of it. And exactly as I remember Black Butte, the 5.5% stout tasting. So porter, excuse me.
The best non-alcoholic stout was the two, actually. The Guinness. Guinness NA is really good if you like Guinness.
Yeah.
Because it's a nitro-based, non-alcoholic, and it's really darn close to regular Guinness. But I think the number one that took the top was Speedway Stout. They came out with a non-alcoholic version of Speedway.
I like Speedway.
Amazing. It was amazing. I was like, I couldn't tell the difference. Oh, I know what you're pouring. You went out with the 10%.
That's right. Zeus mentioned a little right at the top of the show that he was having an Ninkasi, and I giggled because I am also having an Ninkasi, and holy crap, Can you see the vortex within this glass right
now?
now?
Look at that. Yeah, that's beautiful.
I lost it.
No, I can see. Well, we can see the bubbles.
Nice. No, there was a full vortex going.
There was. I saw it. Yeah. I saw it. No, I also love 10% IPA. We can see your face through this.
Yeah.
And yeah, that you don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
People don't make that beer, that style anymore.
I want this to be the thumbnail.
There you go.
That's perfect. Right, well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, so let's see. This one is a little different. So and ruin. So this is an interesting beer that I got. It's Citra and Nelson. Oh no, sorry. Shapewood Cellar. It's a Belgian style tripel, but dry hop like a double IPA.
Ooh.
With Citra and Nelson Sauvin.
I am on board.
So 8.2.
I am on board for that.
Yeah. So I was like, that's interesting. A little floaty in there, but that's all right. But again, look at the haziness compared to your wonderful clear beer. Yeah,
crystal
exactly.
Clear.
And I just miss those styles. Like even with the Belgian Tripel,
yeah,
it should be more that color.
Yes, fully.
Oh, but it smells like a Belgian Tripel. That is so odd. This looks like a hazy IPA, but it has that clovey with citra ester. It's such a weird aromatic. Ooh. It's the upfront malt and yeast aromatics of a Belgian.
Yeah.
But then the back end of your aromatics is that hoppy IPA.
That back hopped, yeah.
That back hop.
Ooh.
Mmm.
I need that.
Oh my, this is so weird. Holy cow, this is weird. This is so many different layers to this weird beer. I like it.
Yeah.
Wow. It might also be because this is a little hazy, but you drink this and it tastes like a Belgian Tripel. You're going into it thinking it's going to taste like a hazy just from the look of it.
Yeah.
And the mouthfeel is thinner, but still has this big malt-rich forwardness to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that esters kicks in right away. And just like the aromatic, it transforms into an IPA at your back end.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so cool. Dang, I should have bought more of those. That's cool. That's one of the coolest beers I've had in a long time.
I'm gonna have to find that. Now, you haven't been on the show in like 5 or 6 weeks. It's been a little while. I think you might have missed the episode where I gave my first 5.0 to Untapped.
Okay. No. Well, no, we did. We did a 5.0 at the beer fest, didn't we?
I think I've only ever done a 4.5 and I think like 4.75.
Yeah, the 4.75 we did for the
Dragon's Milk Horchata.
The Dragon's, yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember that one. I gave a beer last month a perfect 5, a 5.0.
Really?
No notes.
All right, then.
Listen.
Rev has just asked me to.
Okay.
Yeah, Rev is asking me to show off the can.
Where did you find that?
It's Untapped, unfortunately.
Okay.
Or not Untapped.
Tabor. Yeah. Okay. Someone wants to send me a 4-pack of those. Free access to the Discord for a year.
Yeah. No. That is so interesting. I am actually very disappointed I didn't buy more to share with people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, it's gonna be a bell. It's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Type of a thing. You know. Oh, I'm cutting out there.
But
is this me or you?
But
yeah,
yeah, you're there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There it goes. But now I'm like, I would have loved to like split this with like you, Steve, Rhett, and like all four of us. Rhett would have been like, yeah, tastes like a beer. But he would have had his own unique take on it, which he always has.
Yeah.
But yeah. It would have been a fun conversation.
But anyway, last month, I gave my first 5.0 on Untapped.
Okay.
I think you've had this beer before, but I don't think you've had this year's version of it. Revolution.
Okay.
Rye Way to Heaven.
Oh yes. Yeah. I have that. I've had that.
The 2020. I've had one before. I had one in like 2019. I want to say, and it was really good. Like really, really good. John, we need to do an all hands show.
I know the marketer for Revolution Brewing.
Really?
Yeah, him and I became friends on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, we became pretty good friends. We follow each other, and yeah. I know the guy who markets all of so he's like the can art marketer type guy. And he makes some pretty funny videos too of like, brewer versus marketer, like, hey, I got this idea, and then all right, what's it gonna be? And then they just say something crazy. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, he also does like beer reviews on the side. So him and I,
nice.
That's kind of how we got connected. And yeah, no, I think I tagged it. But yes, no, that is an amazing beer. I might even have one coming on it was on Untapped.
Oh, cool. I can keep your can then. Yes.
Well, there's a couple variations of it though.
Yeah, so this
I might.
Yeah, this is just the 2025 Rye Way to Heaven. So.
Yeah, I think I had the 24.
Yeah, rye ale aged in rye bourbon barrels. So.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I have their 15-year anniversary barley wine, which is it's double barrel aged. It's a mix of their Straight Jacket and Rye Way to Heaven.
Oh.
And then they added sweet tart cherries to it.
Okay.
So, but yes, so I have that coming. But yes, actually, let's see. Previous shipped ones. I know I've had Rye Way to Heaven before. I mean, I have it marked on top. I'm just curious of what year. Cafe. Yeah, no, Revolution Brewing. My goodness, they make some amazing stuff.
But no, your reaction to the Belgian, that's about what I did on camera. I'm just like, I have no words. I'm speechless. I'm out of things to say.
No, this is all right. I got the Rye Way 2024.
Okay.
So that's what I had. Yeah, and it's a nice beer. $10 a can.
Yeah.
And that's nice. But those are amazing. This what it is it's just so interesting.
Yeah.
I would have never thought of double dry hopping a Belgian Tripel hazy style with an ultra citra hop.
Yeah.
And then gotten this flavor of it.
Yeah, did you say Citra and Nelson?
Citra and Nelson.
Yeah.
And it's just like you literally get an automatic split of the first part is this really good Belgian Tripel, which you're going into it visually thinking it's not going to taste like that. So it shocks your senses right away.
Right.
And then the backing, you're like, oh, how did it transform into that?
It goes,
That's
no,
amazing.
I'm still a hazy IPA, by the way.
I'm still a hazy IPA, yeah. It's like, what? This is weird. You have this ester maltiness, and you're like, no. It's so weird. I mean, it's blowing my mind in just the complexity of who thought to do this and then how well executed it actually is.
Yeah.
So like I can't, but even drinking it though, I can't think of a food pairing or thing to have it with. It's that maybe it's kind of ding, I should say, is that it is so one-off. It's something by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And so you almost want to drink it by itself, but then you're like, well, it's probably going to have to be my second drink then if I know what it tastes like, because it's going to ruin my palate for other things. So yeah, probably 4.25, right around there.
Okay.
But it very, like, who thought of this? Very well executed.
Nice.
If I get another one, if I find some more, I will definitely buy multiple of these if it pops back up.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
Speaking of perfectly executed, I guess. Apple's finally gonna launch a folding iPhone, I guess sometime next year, about 12 months.
Why?
I don't know. Like, look, I know some people love their folding phones. I know some people who do. I do not.
No. Everyone I know that has one, they say they loved it at the beginning, and then like a few months in, they're like, I hate it.
Yeah.
Because it gets dirty, something happens to the screen, it's not clear anymore, the touch sensitivity goes away.
Yeah.
It's just not as pretty as it was because it's not glass or Gorilla Glass or whatever, it's this weird film plastic, and there's always a gap, there's always a seam, something gets into
there's
it.
a wrinkle, there's something in it. Well, according to JPMorgan, Apple will launch its first foldable iPhone in September of 2026 as part of the iPhone 18 lineup. The first phone is expected to be priced at $2,000 and create a $65 billion market opportunity for Apple. That seems high. Yeah. That seems high.
Oh my gosh, no.
I mean, I'm no financial expert, but that seems high. Yeah. But yeah, first foldable phone is rumored to feature an inward folding book style 7.8-inch display with virtually no crease.
Virtually no.
A 5.5-inch outer display, a titanium chassis, a durable hinge with liquid metal, 2 rear cameras, Touch ID, making a glorious triumphant return instead of Face ID. Which, thank you for Touch ID returning, finally. But I have defended touchscreens before on this channel, and I think I will continue to do so. You don't get really cool technology without developing it somewhere. You don't create really good products by developing your first product. You don't get tremendous, fully flexible, bendable displays, put them in any angle, but fold it in half and crease it and then unfold it and then it's a new display. Unless Samsung 4 years ago comes out with a folding screen that sucks and you iterate. But in the pursuit of that technology, and I think the pursuit of any technology that could be used in new and creative ways is worth pursuing, absolutely. Does it make a better phone? Does it make a better device? Does it make a better user experience? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the whole flip phone concept for the touchscreen, because I remember us talking about this early on, and when I say the early on talking heads, it's like it's been going along for how long? But flip phones have been around for 4 years-ish, 5 years-esque. We were like, oh, cool, they're going back to the flip phone. And then they came out, and they're just not that cool. They're not that good. What's the point of it? I don't know, this I've seen so many variants of them and ways they've said they made it better. I just don't see it. It's your phone is either getting smaller and those screens are horrible and there's that crease, or they're bigger and you're just like, what is the point of now having this mini tablet? And it's ultra thick now in my pocket. It's twice as thick as my normal phone. I just got a new phone too. And I'm like, this is already bigger than my old phone. I thought my old phone was bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I want something twice the size of this or as thick? And it's, I don't know. And the one thing I hear from people is, one, there's always a crease later on, a few months later, and it's not quite as responsive. And then they just ended up selling you extra protective things, extra gear to help keep it clean and whatnot. And it's, I think this is just a fad that's probably gonna go away. I don't know. I mean, I like touchscreens. They're for the most part fine. I do miss the cool keyboard, the cute keyboards.
I don't anymore.
I was gonna say I'm kind of phased out of them. I bought some for nostalgia because of like, oh, this was the old phone I used to have, and it was on eBay for like $12. So I was like, yeah, I want that back. I want that back.
Yeah.
But then like trying to type, and it's like, no, this isn't. The keyboard on my touchscreen now is pretty close to being as responsive, to enough of like I give it a pass.
Yeah,
it's fine. Plus there's so many ways of sending messages now via either text to speech is pretty decent for the most part.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really nice stuff. Autocorrect is still horrible, but whatever, you know. It's funny how much I sit there and say I'm complaining about something, and then it says, "Oh, you want whiskey?" It's like, no. I typed that in enough. Yes, I get that, but I'm whining about something else.
Yeah.
I'm trying to type in Wisconsin, and it sits there and it's like whiskey. Auto keeps correcting.
Well,
like,
you type whiskey a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. It learned it. I do Burbank. It's like, no, you mean bourbon, right? No. I'm trying to go to my Burbank office. Gosh, stop it.
Yeah. Like, we wouldn't have touch keyboards today in the style that they exist today, and in the responsiveness, and for the bit of jank that we still have to deal with. If you complain about today's keyboards, you never had to use a Windows mobile keyboard. A Windows CE touch keyboard with a stylus.
I've had to program in those, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so we wouldn't have those unless Apple went, no, we're done with physical keyboards. We're going to make a touch keyboard work. And they did.
Yeah.
I was as skeptical as anyone, as someone who daily drove a Palm Trio 650 for freaking 4 years. I had that phone. New battery, new carrier. I bought it for Singular shortly after the AT&T buyout, because AT&T was getting too large, and so they had to spin off their mobile company, so they spun off Singular. But then later on, AT&T was allowed to rebuy Singular and reintegrate them, and so I went through like both transitions with this phone. Yeah. Oh, antitrust. Oh, we're not worried about antitrust anymore. Yeah, you can just join your company as it was before, you know.
As it grew to be way larger.
Don't get me started. Yeah, I had, God, I had a physical keyboard for 4 years, and during that time the iPhone came out, and I went, I will never give up my physical keyboard for whatever garbage touchscreen they have on them. And then I got an iPhone 3G, and I went, you know, it's actually not too bad.
No, it's gotten a lot better. I still every now and then complain, but you know, it's probably been such a long time that I don't remember how much I probably messed up with the physical keyboard.
Yeah. People get nostalgic for like the BlackBerry touch ball because they're stupid.
Yeah. No, I never liked the touch ball. I thought that was horrible.
The ball was awful. It was always awful.
I actually used it more as a what were like the spinner things. What are those called? You know, the spinner devices.
Fidgets.
Fidget spinner, yeah, like
Yeah.
a fidgeter. Like I didn't care about it doing anything. I just liked the texture of the ball and like the feel of it. It's like, oh, okay, I'll just hold it in my hand and rub the ball back and forth.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, there we go.
Bryn says I miss my hardware back button. I fully agree with that one though. We got worse when we required gesture as the only input for 99% common gestures. You know, I want to go back. Okay, well, how close to the edge do I have to touch, and for how long, and in what duration, and at what speed am I scrolling? Because sometimes it'll scroll, and sometimes it'll go back, and it does the opposite of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's made worse by basically every phone being made of glass now, and so I can't quite reach the edge of my phone, so you kind of push the case out a little bit so you can get to the edge and swipe. But yeah, back buttons, physical buttons in general should make a return, not just to phones, but to car interfaces and everything else. Especially for gestures you make 100 times a day. Give me a back button, please.
No, I cannot stand car interfaces that are just now a whole screen. You know, I hate that. Oh my god, I'll go into a rental car place and I see that, I'm like, no, next car. I don't want that car.
Yep.
You know, yeah, I wouldn't mind losing a little bit of real estate on my screen for 3 physical buttons.
Yeah.
You know, the 3 physical buttons at the bottom of it, my Android, I would like them to be physical, and I wouldn't mind losing that. The whole concept too that they give you for this fold screen, I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's built-in stand. It's like, yeah, but most people then end up buying, you know, your case protectors.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to scratch the back of your phone or anything like that. And all of those already come with built-in stands. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you know, it's like, I like this because it has a stand built into it. I like that. It has my camera protector because there's 3 lenses, you know. I want that. Especially, well, you know, but I even then there's still that gap, you know, that when you drop it, it's a little bit further back. Yep. So there's a little bit of protection. Everyone is, because you're going to spend $2,000 on the phone, you're going to protect it, even with insurance. Yep. So why am I sitting here and being like, oh, it's so cool, it's its own stand? No, I'm never going to use that feature because my case is a stand. So that point is mute.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. It's dumb.
To the point of foldable displays, foldable phones. I really want to know when a company is going to, when consumerism in general, and it seems to be a problem stateside, like US in general, when we can kind of get back to some basics. What I mean by that is, have you shopped for a car recently?
No, okay. I haven't shopped for a car in 10 plus years.
Yeah.
I bought most of my cars pretty relatively new.
Yeah.
Within like 3 to 4 years of each other, but now they're 21 years old, 16 years old.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll buy a car semi-new, but I will run that thing to the ground.
And that's what we like to do. Like we've bought a couple newer vehicles, but you know, and I've bought a couple side vehicles where it's like, oh, I found an ad for this one, I'm gonna just go buy that truck. And so I go and buy the truck. But as far as like your daily drivers, your let's go test drive it, explore features, hey, what's on the lot. I think it was like 2018 we bought a 2016. I think that's what it was. And you know, now it's 25. So. So many vehicles today, and we can look at vehicles, we can look at phones, We can look at PCs are starting to have this problem. Every vehicle on the lot, every phone in the store has a laundry list of premium features that each one of them probably cost, you know, if you're looking at cars, a couple $1 million to integrate because of the testing that goes into automobiles. You know, on a phone, yeah, certainly hundreds of thousands of dollars per feature. You know, each of your 3 cameras has to be engineered to work with the processor that's on your phone to, you know, to work with that pipeline. And so someone's job was to develop the camera module on that the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Multiple people.
Right. But when you start stacking every feature onto every vehicle and making things smarter in sake of physical buttons, that's software engineering time rather than, oh yeah, just put a switch to turn your lights on now. Or this button or that switch or whatever else. The more software that's involved, the more development time, the more bug testing, the more everything else, the more expensive it is to integrate. And what I found is every single vehicle is now available with some form of self-driving and self-parking and super complex all-wheel drive systems and 13 different drive modes and you know, varying suspension heights depending on your drive mode. You know, multiple USB ports and people are developing their own infotainment systems in sake of Android Auto and CarPlay, which everyone has the ability to drive out of their pocket and probably would rather do that than integrate a Chevy app or a Toyota app or a Subaru app or whoever the hell else is trying to remove it from their cars. We'd much rather sit down, put our phone on a Qi charger, and have CarPlay than we would worry about another operating system to navigate. We'd much rather press a button for climate control, the 3 knobs of destiny, than navigate 13 different menus to turn on our heated steering wheel. A lot of people would much rather not have the self-driving features and the self-parallel parking and things like that. If it means not spending an extra $5,000 on a vehicle that was supposed to cost $26,000 and now fully optioned out is $48,000.
Yeah. No, actually, speaking of that, have you heard of the Slate trucks?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, the cheap truck that's coming out. Actually, I had 2 people at work pre-order these.
Yep.
But again, this comes back to it's a bare bones vehicle. There's not even electronic windows.
I know.
It's hand cranked windows.
Hand cranked windows and an iPad mount in the center.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
There you go. You know, and you can have this be a 2-seater, a 4-seater. It's an electric. It's an electric truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's full EV.
It's fully EV, and you can. It's either comes in 2-wheel drive. You can. I think it's $5,000 or $7,000, but you can just buy the secondary motor later on.
Yeah.
That's the cool part. This is the new ultimate electronic kit car.
Yeah.
You can come with the base model.
Yep.
And then be like 2 months later, oh, I want an SUV now. Oh, okay, We'll send you the top that converts it because there's only 5 bolts that you can do it, and it's all sealed, and there you go.
Yep.
You know, this is cool. And with this, Toyota
I want that. I want that.
Yeah. The 2 other IT guys were like, oh, we're getting these because they're all big car guys and utilitarian trucks, but they want EVs, or they were just interested. But yeah, with that announcement, dude, Toyota also is going to start shipping out, or they announced that they're going to do the come out with like an $18,000 bare bones truck now that they're going to release in America. And it's like, that's what people want too, is they want to go back to basics to where I can take care of my own vehicle. I just want to get to point A to B, AC and a radio.
Yep.
I don't care about electric windows. I don't care about electric seats, or navigation system. Everyone's phone is your own navigation system. I don't need it built in. A YouTube, or I want my phone to sync up. $10 for a USB or what are the cigarette lighter? Yeah. I was gonna say back in my day it was a cigarette lighter, Jeff. Well, I want that back in a car. Yeah. Give me that back in a car, and then I'm gonna be like, we're back. Yeah, we're back, baby. Yeah, that's yeah. But anyways, but you know what I'm saying is we don't need all of that stuff. I mean, every time my brother comes from LA to visit, he borrows my car. He's like, how do I sync this up to my Bluetooth? I'm like, dude, I have a 12 volt. Yeah. I didn't need to go get a different radio for myself. I don't need anything fancy. It's like, who cares? I beat my car because it's a utilitarian vehicle. I don't need ultra plush seats. I mean, we have one nice car, and even that, it's dirty because my son uses all of his snacks in it, and my wife still hauls stuff in it, but it's the nicer car. But everything else we use as a tool. Yep. And I don't know. I see people, and I like washing my car. I like having a clean car. But I was even telling my son, we were going to get ice cream. It was Sunday, and a big brand new jacked up truck with big tires, and the rims had those spikes instead of hubcaps that stuck out beyond the actual tire. It was like, that makes absolutely no sense. And he had a adjustable tow hitch, and I'm like, there's no way this guy tows anything on this car, on this truck.
Which also, by the way, state of Oregon, fully illegal to have your tow hitch still attached to your truck.
Yeah, it's just like, what? I don't get it. I told, and my son was like, oh, that's a cool car. I was like, I told him, I guarantee you, he doesn't even use that for anything. It's a show. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, the guy's just showing off, and it serves no purpose, and it just costs him a lot of money. Yep. And it's you don't have to have, you can have cool things, but it doesn't need to be overdone, overpriced. Yeah. I guess also, that's also kind of the way you, me, Rhett, Steve all kind of grew up, though, too. Parting our computers together. A lot of people in this community part your computers together. And we're the people that are saying it's actually cheaper and better to build your own PCs, to build your own projects and things. Because, one, you're learning something. So you're growing your own brain, the information that you have. Two, you're building it. You understand how things work. And it's actually cheaper than someone else putting it together, because you're going to know the performance per value of something and what you're going to do with it. You don't need to have a plastic case, and just because they sit there and slap some RGB lights on it, say, oh, it's worth $300 more. No, it's actually not. The performance is horrible. How many of your videos have you done to where it's a budget PC, or this is a performance value because it's a little bit older item? It may not look as great, but it runs super awesome. Yep. Same thing with cars, same thing with phones, a lot of similar things. Yep.
Yeah, I actually...
Same thing with beer cans. Yeah. they'll put flashy beer cans in front of you people and sit there and it's the exact same beer beforehand. Yep.
Or if you're in Ninkasi, you put worse beer cans in front of us.
Why? Why did they do that? That was
the Megalodon logo before this can was freaking epic.
It was great. It was like tattoo art.
Yeah. But yeah, my greater point is not every car needs to be an all-out luxury vehicle. And I so wish that a couple of the big brands would go back to some more basic cars, because there's still profit margins there. They're not as wide as the profit margins that are in, turning a $35,000 car into a $70,000 car through options. Ford, Bronco, Jeep, et cetera, et cetera. But if you sell 5 Corollas because it's 4 wheels, 4 seats, 2-wheel drive, commuter, gets amazing gas mileage or great EV range or whatever else, and people buy those, yeah, cool. The big thing right now is, I don't know if you heard, I did buy an EV a couple of weeks ago.
I didn't hear that. No.
I bought a Chevy Bolt. I bought a 2017
really?
Chevy Bolt. Freaking love it. Absolutely love it. There's a new Bolt coming out, the 2026. Chevy has declared that they will not be including Android Auto or CarPlay compatibility in any 2026 vehicle going forward. If you go onto the Chevy Bolt forums or the subreddits or anything like that, people are going, I'd love to upgrade, but I'm not buying something without CarPlay.
Yeah.
We use CarPlay. I'm not going to learn your own integrated navigation. I'm not going to pay for OnStar One. I'm not going to pay for your I already pay for a service that's 100 times better than anything you can develop in-house.
Yep.
100 times better. And more up-to-date, and more user-friendly, and plug-and-play compatible with what should be any car on the market. They are losing customers. Nope. They are stepping over a dollar to pick up a dime. Because, like, the Netflix, when everyone wanted to make their own Netflix, ABC went out and Hulu and everyone else, and they're like, we're going to keep our own.
Everyone's got a streaming. Yeah, everyone's got their own streaming service, and they all collapse. Yeah. Well, I wonder though, are they developing in-house, or did someone come to them and said, hey, we'll give you $300 billion if you use our integrative system for the next 10 years? For
the Chevy is just Android. Is just Android Auto. It's Android. It's Android running on the dash.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's
and it has Google Maps if you pay for the LTE service to your car.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. No,
if only I had a device that had LTE and Google Maps already that would plug into my car.
Yeah. That is the one thing I don't like Europe or the UK, you can buy so many cheap, bare bones, basic cars. Mm-hmm. And also that's the other thing too is, are you trying to grow your market and get rid of older cars? Okay, that's the way to do it, because young kids or parents that are wanting to buy their kids a brand new car that they think is safe, they're wanting that, but they want bare bones. They're not wanting to spend $30,000. They're wanting to spend $10,000-$15,000. You're like, oh, okay, yep. It's a brand new car. I'm not going to be paying a lot in mechanical fees. Oh no, now I got to go buy a used car. I have no clue if this is going to be a lemon. These used cars have all these electronic items, all these electronic sensors, and it's going to cost a fortune in mechanical fees when it breaks. I want a bare bones basic car, AC, Bluetooth, boom, done.
Yep.
That's all you need. A gauge, old gauge. I don't even need power windows. Don't even need that.
Yep.
Don't even need power locks. That's fine. No touch start, button start, old key in ignition. You're fine. In fact, I would prefer key in ignition because my battery keeps running out in my key fob. I'd prefer a standard one. I actually had I had a person at work. He couldn't figure out, his key fob died on the mountain, and he had to go through his manual to find where where he could plug it in his car, in his Bronco.
Yeah. And
he actually had to rip the interior out of his armrest to where the key fob insertment was.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. And it's like, but a standard key ignition would have worked just fine. You pop it in, turn, boom, there you go.
Yep.
There's innovation. There's something to be saying with innovation. Oh, we want this foldable glass. We want this. Sometimes maybe a nice button forward, back, and select.
Yep.
On a phone, that would be nice. On our cars, some basic stuff. And if it costs you a little, if it's easier to develop, you'd be surprised how many people would buy that item more.
Mm-hmm.
And you would probably make a profit. And I think that comes back to what our original point is if you brought back a little bit less and you wouldn't have to spend so much on R&D and development, where it's a very basic concept. A button does X. And there you go. That's all it is. It's going to save you a couple $100 in development and buying them. People will buy it.
Yep. The interior of my Chevy Bolt I really liked because it's simple. There's not a lot going on. There is a center 9-inch touchscreen, which is a very nice touchscreen. There are a couple of controls that are on the touchscreen, but they are permanently on the bottom bar of the touchscreen. Even when you open Android Auto, that opens in its own window, and the bottom bar remains, and that bottom bar is stagnant. And so there's a couple touch buttons. There's your heated seat on and off. There is your heat and air conditioning on and off button. There is your energy hotkey to see your current energy and charging settings inside the car. And that's it. Other than that, it's fully physical control. There's a volume knob for turning your sound up and down. There's a temperature knob and physical buttons for your HVAC. And there's a couple other controls on the dash as well, and that's it. I was fully acquainted with the interior after I'd say about 3 minutes. Like, your hands naturally go on the steering wheel to all the buttons that they want. The cruise is on the left, which sucks. Cruise control belongs on the right. But it's there, but you learn, and there it is. What I do like is the dash display, though. The actual speedometer and whatnot. That is fully controlled from your right hand with a set of up, down, left, right arrow keys. And that is super intuitive as well. There's an info display, which is your standard, odometer and basic information. There's an audio control. So you can select your source, and you can also do next and previous and start stop from the steering wheel controls. And then there's a couple other things. You can quick dial from your phone from the steering wheel controls. There's also a voice assistant button on the steering wheel, so you can press that and it brings up whatever your phone assistant is, which is great. Like, super intuitive. And it's great.
But it's not a huge whole entire screen of everything.
Right.
Of the modern EV cars now, the Teslas, I forget what the other. There's a couple other ones, but they're just a giant screen.
Yeah.
Your speedometer and your menu are just one giant screen.
Yeah.
And to go back and forth, you have to touch screen stuff. There's panels to go in between. No, even I got a picture of it. You said 2017, right?
17, yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks very similar to
super simple.
Super simple. Your modern 2010 cars, most even non-electric, most of your gas power ones have very similar, interfaces where it's half mechanical, half touch screen.
Yeah. But this is 90% mechanical, and with a couple of extra buttons that are not available on every car. Now the air conditioning is available on every car, but the heated seats aren't available on the standard model. And so in the standard model, those would just be blank. Or just be, skinned over or whatever else. And so for things like that, when it's like a hot button, I understand it being on the screen, but I also like it being full time on the screen, which it is. What I don't want is to have to sub-menu to turn on my heated steering wheel. By the way, my heated steering wheel is a button on the front of the steering wheel.
Nice. Because that's where you want it, because it's on your steering wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the steering wheel right there, you just shared that picture. On the left side, there's your cruise control, which is the cross input, up, down, left, right, and then center. The top right button on that is your heated steering wheel, and the bottom right button is your steering assist, is your lane stay assist.
Yeah. No, it totally super acceptable, simple. Totally fine,
super simple.
It's super simple. Your basic needs that you're going to want are right there as a manual button that are going to be stagnant all the time.
Yeah.
Advanced features, you can go through the menu, learn later.
Yep. Yeah, there's some charging things that you can set your charging rate, and you can set what's called Hilltop Reserve. So when you're charging at home, it'll only charge 90%. I have that set by default. Those can be in menus. Those aren't things I'm accessing every day. Those are things that I need to set once or twice and know that they're there. But I'm not setting those every day. My heated seats, I'm gonna want that on every day in the winter.
Yep.
Terrapup says, LOL, I want AC cooled seats living here in Georgia. I did look at a car that had vented seats. I've been in a couple cars with vented seats. I absolutely want vented seats, but I was willing to trade my vented seats for the heated steering wheel. And the Bolts has a heated steering wheel, and I've only ever had one other car with that, and I absolutely loved that feature. And especially in the Bolt, apparently the heating unit in the Bolt is like a 7,500 watt heating unit. And so it is recommended in the winter you don't use the heating unit. Instead, you turn on the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. You just keep your core warm. And the Bolt even has heated seats in the rear.
Oh, that's cool.
It has front and rear heated seats.
See, now what I don't understand is why don't they make just the ventilated seats? They are hooked up to your ventilator, so whether you have the heater on, you have heated seats.
Right.
You have the AC on, you have cooled seats.
Right.
I don't understand. Why doesn't someone come up with that to where it's both and you have to, because the heated seats are always electronic, and there's wires in there. Because actually my wife, her car's heated seats, they wired it wrong. And they hooked it like directly to a main line, and it fried a bunch of stuff. And it was like, oh gosh. So we had to go get like the 12-volt heated seats for her, but or buy brand new seats and then have it rewired again. I was like, nah. $30 things on Amazon, babe. I'm sorry, it's not worth it. But yeah, I would love cooled seats. That'd be awesome.
We do have a couple super chats. Sir Bobbles chimes in with $2. Thank you very much. I did see this when you posted it, and then we just never got back to it, so I apologize. Smart people need to return per my son watching. I made that comment in people defend the BlackBerry ball because they're stupid. And so he says smart people need to return. I appreciate your son, Sir Bobbles. And thank you for that one.
Smart kid right there.
And then Sir Bobbles also signed up to a YouTube membership. Thank you so much, as did Stan. So thank you, Stan. Thank you, Sir Bobbles. Veronica also joins. Hello, Veronica. How's it going? Abdul sends over a $7.77 super chat for Ford Bronco, talking about the touchscreen everything.
Oh, yeah.
Is when that one popped up. For a Ford Bronco, geez, no thank you. Yeah. And my gripe with electric cars, when they came out, I specifically had this gripe with the Chevy Bolt when it came out, and the Nissan Leaf when it came out, is they weren't necessarily new vehicles. Specifically, the Chevy Bolt wasn't really a new vehicle. The Chevy Bolt is just a Chevy Sonic with an electric drivetrain. But whereas the Sonic was a $17,000 to $20,000 car, the Bolt was $40,000. So you're paying $40,000 for a $20,000 car because it has an electric drivetrain. And yes, the electric drivetrain is cool. Is it $20,000 cool? Is it going to save you $20,000 over the course of its ownership? And for a commuter car, probably no. Probably never. You're not going to spend $20,000 on gas unless you're like heavily commuting. But even at my peak, I was doing 35,000 miles per year. I was doing I had a Chevy Cruze during that time, and I was getting 38 miles to the gallon. So if I divide by 38 miles to the gallon, it's 921 gallons in gas. Let's even be generous and call it $4 per gallon per gas for a Chevy Cruze. That's only $3,600 per year. I would need to drive, so 20,000 divided by 3,600. Yeah, I'd need to drive that 5.5, almost 6 years to make back the gas price, not including the charging price of the vehicle, to make up the gas savings. And so it didn't make sense. There was no sense in an electric vehicle, especially if you were just repackaging an economy car and charging 2 to 3 times as much for the vehicle. Nissan Leaf, Ford Focus EV, Chevy Bolt, like there a whole bunch of them. But at $15,000 for a Chevy Bolt with 70,000 miles and an 8-year warranty on the battery.
Not bad. And I looked into an EV for myself as well, because I'm only doing one commute.
Yeah.
And I'm having to fill my tank up.
Yeah, you're doing about 50 miles a day, which is perfect for an EV range.
Perfect, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, this is fine. This works great.
You should look at a Chevy Bolt.
I know. Well, it was the net guy. I forget what he had, but he was telling me about his EV, and I was like, oh, that's not too bad. Now, I had some problems with my car recently, and I was either going to get an EV or fix my car, and it was like, it's like $3,000 to fix my car, but I could have sold my car for like $2,500. That could have been the down payment for a used car. It was just like, oh, okay. And I'm just fixing my car, but whatever. Yeah. Well, it was already paid off. I was like, I don't want another payment.
Right.
And it's like, and then they were like, yeah, technically this will still work and it's still fine. And I still have my other car. So I was like, well, if this one breaks, I still do have another. So I'm not out. So, but yeah, no, more likely than not, the next car I get after like one permanently breaks will probably be like an EV.
Yeah.
Just to be like, yep, or even a hybrid. It's going to be EV or hybrid type of a thing, of 40, 50 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, we bought a Toyota Sienna hybrid in 2022, and that has been freaking amazing. All-wheel drive, dual electric motor plus the gas drivetrain. And so it's front-wheel drive gas, all-wheel drive electric. And that van is 4,800 pounds dry weight. And so it's a heavy vehicle. It gets, and we live in the hills. You know where I live. We get 33 miles per gallon in that thing.
That's really good.
Driving it around town, we get 33 miles to the gallon combined. Like, that's our average for a tank. We took it over the mountains. We drove over the Cascades. And we averaged, with 5 people in the car and a dog and a soft bag roof rack. So just one of the vinyl waterproof bags strapped to our roof. We did 35.5 miles to the gallon going over the Cascades.
That's like a Honda essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's biting at the heels of what my Chevy Cruze did with a 1.4 liter engine in an economy car. So yeah, I fully stand.
And you have all-wheel. Yeah, it was all-wheel.
All-wheel drive. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So, you're getting better performance, better turn, better grip, all that.
The front and the rear motors, I think, are 120 horsepower, and then the gas drivetrain is 165 horse. It's a 2.4 liter Toyota 4-banger. And it's incredible.
What I also like about the EVs too is the weight. I hate when I've been driving rental cars with my travels. They feel so light. I mean, I have my whole collection right here, or my fleet is all Volvos, and they're heavy cars. Yes. I will say that.
Yeah.
As they are just built for getting hit for safety, and I really like that about them. But they are heavy cars. I'll drive a BMW, I'll drive Hondas, I'll drive Kias, and they feel like paper light.
Yeah.
Compared, but EVs, that big battery, they have some, and the motors, there's some heft to them, and I like the weight to the ground.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah. No, my Bolt is very much planted. It has been absolutely fantastic. I've had it about 2.5 weeks now. God, it has been good. I've spent a whole $6 charging it. I've done 400 miles. A little over 400 miles now. And it has been perfect. I freaking love the thing. Novella Hub, member for 59 months, sends over a message. Prius Brewing 2023 Lost Moon Bourbon Barrel Aged Russian Imperial Stout. 12.2% ABV, 4.05 on Untapped, brewed in Minneapolis.
Nice.
And Veronica says, hey folks, hanging out for a while, setting up a new server I can't talk about, LOL. I also have lots of things I can't talk about. I have like a 2 petabyte thing that I might not be able to talk about. I have, luckily I can talk about the Threadripper thing. That one I can talk about now. So there's your 9980X. Why is the 9980X out of the box? Or no thermal paste on the 9980X? It's because I think I like the 9970X better. And that's what's in my test platform. So that's what my review is being based on, is the 9970X. And I'm going to have some fun with that. Speaking of
Speaking of the AMD, we should at least talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
And what we can, what you can.
Let's
jump to that.
Reviews are now live for AMD Threadripper 9000 series. There are 3 SKUs that were announced. The redacted struggle is so real, allegedly. Yes, the redacted struggle is very real, so I hear through the grapevine. I wouldn't know anything about it. Don't ask me any questions. AMD 9000 is officially out, officially reviewed. Reviews are live as of today. Mine's running a little late. I'll have it for you like Friday, maybe Saturday. But what I saw was most people are focusing on the 9980X, and I think that's the logical one to do because 64 cores. It's the flagship of the regularly available systems, of the systems that you can go out and buy the processor for. So for those who don't know, AMD has basically 2 tiers of Threadripper. They have what you and I can buy, which is the even numbers, the 9980X, the 9970X, the 9960X. And then they have what will later likely be the workstation numbers, which are the WX processors, also known as the 5 series SKUs. So that's going to be the 9995WX and the 9985WX, available in allegedly 96 and 64 and whatnot cores. There's also a difference in the memory configuration. The systems we have access to that we can build a la carte like this are 4 channels of DDR5, now up to 6400 megatransfers per second. That is one of the big updates of this generation. The professional series is 8 memory channels. But you have to buy those through OEM partners. It's exactly the same way it was as the 7000 series of processors. And I believe the 3000 series, 3000 series as well. There's that whole thing. In fact, that's kind of broken down right here. So there's the WRX platform and the TRX platform. Right now we are reviewing the TRX platform. No pro management features, 4 channels of DDR5. And then this right here, 80 channels of PCI Express versus 128 channels of PCI Express. And of course, you can't build a WRX platform yourself. You have to go through an OEM partner. But do I like the 9000 series? Yes, I think it's amazing. It's the fastest chip that's really ever existed in the 64-core 9980X. Let me put it this way. Let me throw up Serve the Home. This is Patrick Kennedy's image. Let me just put it this way. This right here is the 7980X 64-core processor in Cinebench R23 with a score of 97,163. And then there's the brand new 9980X 64-core with a score of 114,267, or an improvement of about 17%. And based on my testing, that's about the difference that I'm seeing, is between 15 and 20%, this being about 17%, I think, if I did the calculation right. It's insane. These chips are crazy. I will go out on a limb and say no one actually needs this. I don't care if you're even making money with this. It's crazy. There are so few people who need this. So few. If you think you do, you probably don't. Like, that's how exclusive this list is of people who probably don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's what, like $5K?
It's $5,000 for that processor.
Yeah.
For the process, not for the platform, for the processor.
The processor. Yeah. So it's people are complaining about GPU prices.
Right.
CPU. No.
Yeah.
But obviously this is different. But yeah,
it is up there.
Yeah.
That being said, a lot of cool things. 4-channel memory. Remember 4-channel memory? That was a thing with high-end desktop that we used to pay, $700 for. Well, now a 24-core will run you $1,500 to get 4-channel memory. It's DDR5 and now 6400, which is awesome. Well done, John.
Thank you. Yeah, but also, hang on. There's a down 350 watt power. 350 watt.
Yeah, that's been a thing for a while though, and I don't begrudge it that at all.
But come on, I mean, like, but although okay, I redact my claim because anyone that's going to be spending $5,000 on a CPU is not going to have a cheap power supply.
Correct.
And knows, so this is
your 5090 draws 600 already. Like let's be really real here.
But I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. There's but yeah, no, 164 core, 128 threads.
Yep.
Woo!
It's nuts.
It's nuts.
I mean, I have the 7980X and the 7970X, which are the previous the Zen 4 based Threadrippers, and they're equally great. Not without their challenges, but they're equally great. I think my biggest problem is this. My biggest problem is the divide of the platforms.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Consumer versus workstation versus pro.
Yep.
Let's say I need 16 cores of Zen 5. 9950X, 9950X 3D, whatever you go out and buy. $300, $350 motherboard, $700 processor, you can do it for $1,000. Cool. That gets you 24 lanes of PCI Express. So I can add a graphics card and 2 NVMEs. And then I am spent.
Yeah.
What if I need 25 gig networking or 100 gig networking? What if I need 4 NVMEs? What if I need video capture cards? What if I'm doing, video production and I need 2 Blackmagic quad 4K capture cards? Well, those are X8 each.
Yep.
Can't do that on consumer. So, by extension, your de facto is I need 24 cores on a 9960X processor on a $1,000 motherboard. $1,500 for 24 cores. You go from $1,000 for your platform to $2,500 for your platform. Oh, and by the way, your memory is more expensive too because it's registered DIMM. Because it's ECC registered, which is twice as expensive as standard DDR5. So even if you're not in the realm of I need server grade accuracy in ECC, you're going to be spending $400 for 64 gigs of memory instead of $100. So you're at $2,900 instead of $1,100.
Yeah.
There is such a divide right now in the high-end workstation versus the pleb consumer crap
So
that we get.
this kind of gives me a thought. It's not a thought, it's more of a query.
Yeah.
Do you think, and this kind of goes back to our YouTube AI thing, because the whole AI thing is the big catch-all, everyone says it. But do you think there's going to be kind of what I think they would call it an AI enhancement for the lower end models to catch up? And because essentially what I'm trying to think of is there's going to be a middle ground, and someone's probably going to come up with a way. Is it going to be software based to catch up to the middle, to be in between of what you're talking about, or will it be hardware based? There's that big gap, and will it just be the accelerated AI generated? Oh, we compensate for the lack of power, so we're regenerating it, or will it be just the hardware will physically have to come down in price for the consumer, because right now it's ultra high for this end.
Right.
So I guess that's kind of what I'm going at is I don't know. I think I wouldn't be. I guess what I'm trying to say is I would not be surprised within the next year or so we see someone try to come out with a consumer-based item that's hardware slightly better, but then say it's AI accelerated to be the equivalent of these enterprise version items.
No.
How many times have we seen monitors, graphics cards, everything? Oh, we've enhanced it. It's the equivalent of 120 hertz. It's a 80 hertz monitor.
That's just motion smoothing.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying is. But then they will package it as AI enhanced.
That is a consumer level gimmick that you're trying to press on workstation enterprise hardware, and that is a model that does not fly when it comes to advertising.
It doesn't, but I'm betting it's going to happen. I'm betting it's going to happen.
I mean, AMD would be thrilled if I mentioned AI at every turn, but for all intents and purposes, this is a CPU platform. It is an AI platform so long as I buy an NVIDIA Blackwell GPU to slap in here. I'm sorry, AMD. You're great. I love you. You have the AI 9700, or is it the 9070? I forget.
Download our software and it's digital cores.
Yeah. No, that's not a thing. Because performance is still performance.
They're going to advertise it as our algorithm is better. I'll guarantee. Stamp it now. Hops and Brews is going to say next 2 years, next 24 months.
No,
next 24 months, a product is going to come out saying that.
And look, if you look at the heat NVIDIA is taking from saying the 5070 is equivalent to an RTX 4090. Because we have 4x frame gen, and just squint instead of looking at your monitor. And it's basically the same thing. That'll trick some consumer idiots. That's not going to trick people who make money on their platforms, who actually, they would never try it. They will try to suggest you use AI on Threadripper. Absolutely. They're not going to say Threadripper. And the thing is, there's something like 80% faster than Intel's best, and this isn't even AMD's best. The last Intel high-end desktop platform was Sapphire Rapids in the W9 3755X or something. Sorry, I'm forgetting the exact SKU.
Yeah,
but this chip is almost twice as fast. And this is not AMD's best. AMD's best is going to be reserved for their WX platform, their workstation TRX 90 platform, which is going to be 96 cores and 8 channels of memory. And it will leave no doubt. AMD is not going to inflate their numbers by saying, oh, it's actually equivalent to 272 threads of this other platform.
I'm not saying on their high end stuff. I'm saying, either AMD or Intel will come up with a mid-tier and then say this, if you download this software package, it will then give you the equivalent of X.
No. I think any company that tries that will be raked through the fucking coals.
I think one of them's going to try it. I think I don't think so. One of them's going to try it.
Look, every company is guilty of some really stupid marketing. I don't think any current company is capable of, well, NVIDIA tried with their 5070 equals 4090 claim. That's about as close as you can come when it comes to perceived user experience, and we're only measuring frame rate, not frame time, not latency, not jitteriness, not image quality, not anything else. When it comes to raw performance, no one will try that, and I make that statement unequivocal. No one will make that statement.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm betting there's going to be some marketing intern that's going to push it for them, and then some executive like, that's a good idea. Let's try that, because he's going to be old and the marketing guy's going to be young and not know. Neither of them are going to know what they're talking about, and it's going to be pushed out for Gen 1 of something.
I'm going to go with regular car reviews right now. Hey, you know what? We have the Viper, right?
Yeah.
What if we put the Viper engine in a truck?
Exactly. But that's the thing. That's what someone's going to do with this. Is someone go, I got an idea.
Yeah. I'm not wearing the right glasses for this. Hold on. I need to wrap around.
No, it's going to be, what do we think? No buttons on a screen. Touch screen. Steve Jobs is just touch screen.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. If a company had a legit use case for AI to actually accelerate workflow, as far as the 0 and 1 computation goes, they would have already used it. They don't have it. It doesn't exist. Right now, AI is floundering for a reason to exist.
I know. Everyone's freaking out about it. And it's like, all right, even the smartest AI about things, I'll go and use it, because we got a subscription to GPT, the high end tier. I'm like, it can't code. It can't do jack. I mean, it's great. It's way better than Google. That's what I use it for. It's a paid subscription search engine.
Yeah.
That helps me, because I know what I'm talking about and it does not.
Yeah.
But it has a suggestion that I might not have thought of. And so then therefore I go and research that, and therefore it helps me. It's a tool. It cannot replace me. But I just see everyone freaking out about it. However, we want to get into the act. I have been messing around with the music AI. That's scary.
Yes.
That I would love to talk to Rhett about this one.
Yeah.
It is super, super scary. I think it's a good tool, but music, I transformed my old band in the early 2000s. The whole record re-recorded. I've remixed everything, and it's like, holy crap, that sounds awesome.
Wow, we were actually good. No, we weren't.
Yeah, I was like, we were. I was on 94. I was on 94.7.
We were good, John. We were good.
Yeah, you and I were good.
You and I were good.
Yeah.
Matt and Lisa were pretty good too. We'll give them props. They were good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, actually, if anyone's on the Discord too, Rhett still performs, and so he does a pretty good job.
The Marionberries. Yes.
Yeah. So go check Rhett out and his stuff. Again, join the Discord. You want to go check it out? Link minimum of $1. You're missing out on some stuff I'm posting. Missing what other people are posting. Jeff luckily posted the little quick image I created, but again, thanks to the AI, they still mess it up. Because I said 9,000 to put 900, but whatever, still good. Also, if you want to learn about freeze distilling, I did post that in the Discord.
Allegedly.
Even though, allegedly, yeah, shouldn't. But, 125,000 people have already viewed it to learn about it. But whatever.
Right. You did it for science, good. which
It's purely science. It's educational based only.
Yes.
It's purely educational. Do not do this. There's a disclaimer. So
that's kind of like me when people ask, well, what do people need 300 terabytes of file storage for? And I say, for all the Linux ISOs they're downloading, obviously. and
obviously,
yeah, and whenever I have to demo a file server, I demonstrate downloading 30 Linux ISOs over BitTorrent. Like that's what everyone uses it for. We're all just
would do
open source good Samaritans.
Yes, exactly. When you sit there and build your arcade, you're like, oh, these are the games you could use. One would use. Exactly. As we see the red button. And yes, it's playing in the background. That's totally an open source game.
Yes. I own all licensure for everything behind me.
Yes. But so yeah, there we go. What else we got?
Couple super chats. Jay chimes in for $5. Thank you so much again, Jay. Oh my God, great point, John. Great point. We didn't even talk about the return of the Doctor on Starfleet Academy yet.
I was talking about AI,
right? Which is basically we were there. I mean, that's the segue that we were looking for, right?
Exactly. Well, someone was asking for a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
And I said, if you want to do that, you just got to mention Star Trek. And then that's when that happened.
That was also Jay's. He goes, 3-hour show. Yeah. Thank you again, Jay. I'll be honest. I have not had the time in the last couple of weeks to watch Strange New Worlds or I haven't even watched the trailer for Starfleet Academy, although I think I've seen every second in a screenshot. Including a Admiral Harry Kim.
What? I did not see that one.
You did what?
No, didn't see that one.
So apparently in Starfleet Academy, in the trailer, they're standing in front of a wall of like the greatest people in Starfleet history.
I saw that, but I didn't. It's like, oh, here's all the names. And I saw Torres.
There is a Captain Carol Freeman, which we knew, right? Starbase 80 captain. Commander Beckett Mariner.
Oh.
Lieutenant Commander Data was on there. Captain Cristobal Rios. One of my favorite captains in Starfleet history. Absolutely baller in Star Trek Picard. There was, Lieutenant, or it was either Lieutenant or Lieutenant Commander B'Elanna Torres. There was quite a few others on there, but among them was Admiral Harry Kim.
Yeah, he finally got past ensign.
Which, as we know, the higher the rank they are, the more evil they are. So we should be taking this as like an end of times
idea.
Yeah. Like, did this
again?
Did Admiral Harry Kim lead to the great Starfleet Civil War of 2407? Like, I'm making stuff up right now. Yeah.
Let's see, who do we got?
Check out Talking Heads. Lieutenant Junior Grade Wesley R. Crusher. Lieutenant Tom Paris. Captain William T. Riker, as we know. Lieutenant Julian Bashir. Where was Harry Kim? I'm looking. Hold on.
There were. I remember there being other screenshots, and I just posted one of them because I remember the one I saw was a side shot, and this is the straightforward.
Yeah, this is the straightforward. So I don't have a lot of control because we've got Wesley Crusher, we've got Tom Paris, William T. Riker, Lieutenant Commander Data, Julian Bashir, Admiral Harry S.L. Kim.
There it is.
Right there. Is that Chakotay? That is Chakotay. Chakotay's on this list.
Oh yeah, there he is. He was. I forget what rank
sorry,
he was.
that's Pavel Chekhov. Sorry, that's Chekhov.
Oh, yeah, that'd be Captain probably. Pavel Chekhov.
Yeah.
Commander
Christine Chapel. There we go.
What was it? Star Trek, not Academy. What was the animated series called?
Lower Decks.
No, the Nickelodeon one.
Oh, gosh.
Nick, but it had Chakotay. Prodigy,
thank you. Yeah, USS Prodigy. That's right.
Chakotay.
A couple more super chats while you're doing that. Sir Bobbles chimes in, another $5. Thank you so much. The Viper engine fits in a 1981 AMC Gremlin just fine. Still slow, but amazing looking. And I countered with the Hemi Gremmy is a far superior vehicle if there's any roadkill fans in the house. 700 horsepower Hemi engine I will take over a 400 horsepower V10.
So go ahead.
And then Hacker chimes in with another 2 Aussie bucks and says #night at Cosworth. So I don't think Fat Hacker is saying good night because it's something like 2 in the afternoon there. So yeah, I don't know. And Veronica, I don't know any spoilers, so you're totally fine. I haven't even watched the trailers. So I know you're spoiler friendly and normally we try to avoid that. I don't even know the spoilers to give you. So
yeah, Prodigy had Captain Chakotay in it.
Okay.
As canon.
Yes.
So we know he at least got to rank of captain. No, I remember seeing the screenshots, but I didn't see the trailer, so I will watch the trailer after this.
Yeah, Admiral Spock is on there. Captain Montgomery Scott's on there. Yeah, it's a good wall. But yeah, there is a Captain Cristobal Rios. There is a Commander Beckett Mariner. Lieutenant Natasha Yar is on there. I'm going to be honest, some of this feels like pandering.
Of course it is. It's 100% because it's all member berries.
It's all member berries. And I get that. And I get that.
It's member berries to get people to write about it, to be like the question is, here's the thing. One thing I don't like. I like member berries from people who understand the original writing and were original fans of it.
Right.
And then therefore are paying homage to it.
Right.
Versus member berries of, let's put this in here so people talk about it and I don't know anything about it.
Right.
You know?
My problem is, look, Julian Bashir, great doctor. Not overly career-focused. Definitely ran into some issues once it was revealed that he was genetically engineered. While he did serve in the Dominion War, so did Miles O'Brien and a bunch of others. What did Julian specifically do during the Dominion War that would get him recognized by the Academy over any other officer that served in the Dominion War? I don't think Julian belongs on this list, although he was an important character on a station. A station is not all of Starfleet history with potentially billions upon billions of people who live in it or hundreds of millions of officers. I say the same thing about Natasha Yar. Natasha Yar, Chief Security Officer of the USS Enterprise flagship for a year and a half before she died? And while she did die in the line of duty, So do a lot of officers on Federation flagships in unexplored territory.
The whole Dominion War. Where's everyone on that?
Right. And so, while I get putting in member berries for like nostalgia's sake from a TV show standpoint, I hate it canonically. Because what did Tasha Yar actually do to deserve to be there?
See, I would have.
She had a pretty standard career in which was cut short at the rank of lieutenant.
Wait, no. Burst did it with an android.
I mean, he is fully functional.
Fully functional. So, right there. Boom.
Yeah.
Drop. Mic drop right there.
Same with, and I'd say same with Wesley Crusher.
Yeah, why isn't he
Wesley Crusher
traveler?
Wesley Crusher was a prodigy in Starfleet Academy, made it to the rank of lieutenant junior grade, which is just barely above ensign, was a bridge officer as a helmsman, and then fucked off and joined the Travelers. Like,
also was part to kill that accidentally, like, someone died.
And a cover-up. Right.
Yeah.
Like, what did he actually do other than infecting the Enterprise with some virtual boy that he found on Risa?
Like, now where's Captain Sisko? The commander of a war.
Right.
And then, a savior of a planet that brought a whole planet into the eventually into the Federation.
Where's Nog? We know in the 29th century Nog has a vessel named after him. He becomes a captain and has a vessel named after him in the 29th century. So where's Nog?
I would prefer Quark on here as just an ambassador, or I would prefer that. Oh wait, Nog's in there. Lieutenant
Nog's right
Nog.
There. Lieutenant Nog.
Nog's right.
That's BS.
But he's captain. He's captain.
He made it to captain. Why is he only lieutenant?
Yeah, because remember in the what was the return?
But what did he done as of lieutenant to make that board? That board has 200 names on it out of 250 million people who have ever served. No, what did Nog do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. There's a lot of this board feels like member berries of just here's the famous people that everyone loves. Here's the people at Comic-Con that we can get, that you can get autographs for. So boom, let's throw those out there instead of something memorable or elsewise.
Yeah.
And even then, the fact that he's lieutenant means that the person who probably wrote this didn't understand the lore.
The fact that he's lieutenant means he's still serving.
And then Julian Bashir. Where is
where's the most important man in Federation history? Miles O'Brien.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Where's Miles O'Brien?
He's an enlisted man. Where's Geordi?
Man. Where's Miles O'Brien?
Where's Geordi? Montgomery Scott is on here. Where is Geordi?
No, there's I mean, maybe hang on. Here's a thought. This is a screenshot. Maybe it's a rotating constant list. And
they
so
put all
maybe
the member berries in this 200.
And then so therefore this is one screenshot, but then when it's live, we see it just constantly flow up, and there's just a bunch. It's every member berry go on, right. But that still doesn't make me happy. But still, I bet that's what it is. As we can see, if you look at the top of the screen, there's a reflective glass and it's a curvature.
Yeah,
I bet it's rotating.
And as Romney points out, well, Miles has a statue at Starfleet Academy, and you know that.
Yeah.
That was from Lower Decks. Remember, they showed the marble statue of Miles O'Brien? Yeah. He's probably next to the Zephram Cochrane statue. With a hand reaching towards the future.
Reach for the star.
I don't want to be a statue. How about Beverly Crusher or Dr. Pulaski?
Yeah.
What did Pulaski do that is noteworthy in Federation history? She made it to the rank of commander and lead medical officer on a Federation flagship, but Lots of people serve on flagships.
Yeah.
That's kind of my point, is... You told him about the statue?
Told about the statue.
Thank you, RC Vlogger.
You know, I really liked this beer. And then when it warmed up, it became very generic. But cold, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But once it warmed up to room temperature, it was a generic IPA.
Mm.
Again, coming back to the complexity and weirdness of the beer.
Yeah.
As it evolves in different temperatures. But, yeah, it was interesting.
Oh, Crusher's there. Crusher's right there. Admiral Beverly Crusher.
I thought she only reached that in the alternate timeline.
Officially, did she even make Captain in Picard?
I don't know, because the alternate timeline she was Captain.
But no,
at the very last episode.
Star Trek Picard canon, as soon as Riker got the promotion to the Titan, Beverly effed off.
She retired.
Yeah. So she's a commander.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all,
again, because the alternate timeline at the very last episode of TNG, she was she a captain or was she an admiral?
Beverly was a in All Good Things, the series finale, which was an alternate future, she was a captain of a medical vessel. In canon, though, she still was a commander on the Enterprise, served on the D and then later on the E. And then when Riker accepted the promotion to captain of the Titan, she effed off to do her own thing. So supposedly because she got pregnant from one Jean-Luc Picard, #spoilers, season 3.
Yeah.
Captain Demora Sulu. Sulu's daughter from Generations.
Oh, yeah. But according to this, still remains the according to Google search, commander.
That's what I thought.
Highest rank she ever got.
Yep.
So.
She was head of Starfleet Medical at one point. I don't recall that at any point in time.
No, I don't remember that. I mean, if we're talking book, but book is not necessarily canon.
Yeah.
Starfleet Academy, sorry, the internship.
I don't think they watched Picard. Speaking to the writers of this, not to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, that would be an interesting thing if they had Jack the Second on there from Picard.
Right.
I know. Well, also, it's interesting that there are so many legends of, say, Picard and Kirk. What wall are they on? Is this the wall we don't need statues for? We're just going to commemorate these people, and then the statues are for everyone else, all these other people.
Yeah.
Again, I'm betting it's a rotating list of just people within the history of the Academy that have done great deeds within these, within the Starfleet world, and then everyone is looking upon them. That I'm betting that's what this scene will be.
Someone
is pure member berries. Someone
has a full breakdown.
Okay.
I found this on Trek Core. Someone has a full breakdown of the wall. Okay. Captain Diane of Anthonia, Captain Lee, Admiral Tedis Barr, Lieutenant Commander Connor Rosa. Then there's a couple blanks. Captain Will Decker, Captain John Harriman, Captain of the Enterprise B.
3? Yeah. No, yeah, B. It would be 3 technically. But...
B in Generations. Tuesday. Yeah.
It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off guy.
Yeah. The medical staff. They don't arrive until Tuesday. Ensign John Kim. DRE
Harry Kim's
D.
son?
Bathwaite. Admiral Nazan K. Captain Carol Freeman. Captain Cristobal Rios. We know who those are.
Yeah.
Captain Amina Ramsey. Commander Hugh Culber. Who is that? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the medical officer.
Disco dude, yeah.
Discover, yeah.
Yeah. Lieutenant Commander Jadzia Dax. Jeremy Lucas, someone. Another medical
he was
officer.
the Starfleet, the Starfleet Academy, but I remember him from,
Peter Preston, Lieutenant Commander Belana Torres, Sonia Gomez, who was also on Lower Decks. Here we go. Ambassador Garrick.
Okay, there we go. I'll give them that one.
Yep.
That was good.
Commander Beckett Mariner.
But wait, no, Garrick was never in Starfleet Academy. Why would he be there?
Ambassador.
Yeah, but again, Ambassador, not Starfleet Academy. Not Starfleet.
Yeah.
Why would an ambassador be there?
That's a good point. I don't like that. I was on board until you brought me back. I don't like that.
No, that's member berries, and I don't like that.
Ambassador Garrick was not an enlisted officer. He should not be a political appointment. Should not be.
That would be like Ambassador Worf being on the Klingon Hall of Fame for being an ambassador.
Yeah,
because it's like that doesn't work.
Don't like that. Commander Beckett Mariner, Commander Mbenga, Chief Medical Officer, USS Enterprise, Lieutenant Hemmer, yep.
Engineer for Enterprise for the season.
Forward Admiral Eugene Roddenberry, you have to.
Yeah.
Forward Admiral
what about
Trevor Roth and John Weber. Trevor Roth, don't know who that is.
You know who I would accept being on there would be Belana Torres' mom.
Oh yeah.
Or not Belana Torres. Troy's mom.
Oh yeah.
What is because
oh good lord.
You know who I'm talking. That she's also the voice of the Enterprise and what's his face's wife.
That's Mrs. Roddenberry. Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. Roddenberry.
Yeah.
I would have totally accepted as ambassador that instead of Derek. That would have been acceptable.
Lexana
Troy, yes.
There we go.
Ambassador Electrona Troy, that would have been very acceptable.
Yeah.
Not Garrick. I like Garrick. I like his character. Very phenomenal character. But I would have done that because that would have been great homage to both, plus the voice of the computer.
Yep. Admiral Mike Jerome, Admiral Jenny Lumet. Who is that? Don't know.
I know.
Admiral Aaron McDonald. Excuse me.
Bless you.
They come in threes, I warn you. Admiral Aaron McDonald, Admiral Lois Bridges, Admiral Talara. There you go.
Okay.
Call back.
I know that one.
Admiral Sally Whitley. Picard character, looks like. There's the third one. All right. We're back.
The third.
Vice Admiral Drake, Forward Admiral George Cheeks.
Who's that? And it's dead. They're like, no one can know who that is.
New tab? Oh. Paramount Executive.
Yeah.
Forward Admiral David Stopp, Forward Admiral Frank Siracusa, Forward Admiral Olentandu Osami, Admiral Beverly Crusher, don't like that. Captain Demorasulu, I'll give you that one. Peter Preston, Christine Chapel, Natasha Yar, don't like Natasha Yar on this list. Ambassador Spock.
That's fine. Why ambassador? He was captain.
He should be captain on this list because he went through Starfleet Academy based on previous conversations. Yes,
and he was Captain Spock was his last Starfleet rank.
Right.
Is ambassador an actual rank in Starfleet?
Ambassador is a political appointment.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be Captain Spock.
Yep.
Well, no, because he got deranked. Remember? Didn't he get deranked in what was it, Star Trek Return to Home or Voyage Home? At the end of it, didn't they get all deranked?
I don't remember.
All right. Anyways, should be at least captain.
Yeah. Commander Samantha Wildman.
Oh, that's DS9, right?
No, that's Voyager.
Voyager.
Had the first human child in the Delta Quadrant, or in the.
I got no problem. I actually have no problem with that.
Yeah,
I got no problem with that.
Yeah. Mother of Naomi Wildman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
It's an achievement. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
And notable thing.
Yep. Acting Chief Petty Officer Dorian Collins.
No. Why?
This is memberberry if ever I saw one. No offense to the actor. Karen Ferris, Lieutenant Nog. There we go. Riley A. Shepard.
He was one of the kids. No, he was wasn't he the Starfleet pilot? He was one of the
helmsman, USS Valeria.
Helmsman. But yeah, he was also wasn't he like one of the kids that took over the spaceship that got sent out into outer space or something like that.
He was on the DS9 episode with Nog and Jake as the training exercise for the Defiant. Yeah, they took over the Defiant.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so,
yeah.
Mutineer is on this list.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
No, they had it wasn't the Defiant. It was like the Defiant sister ship. They're like, oh, we had the extra one, and so they gave it to the best of the best ensigns and stuff like that. And so Nog was like, oh, I'm going to serve with them now.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessary. It wasn't Mutineer. There wasn't Mutineers.
Leonard McCoy, Montgomery Scott, Sito Jaxa, Natoya Uhura, Pavel Chekhov, Captain Pike.
Scott, where it should be Captain Scott.
It is Captain Scott.
Okay, we're good.
Admiral Leonard McCoy. And yes, he was head of Starfleet Medical. Dr. McCoy, Dr. Bones. Captain Montgomery Scott. Ensign Sito Jaxa. There you go.
That's fine. Now Jaxa pretty good. She did the whole Romulan disguise herself.
Correct.
The lower deck. The very first lower decks.
Yes. Yeah. Nyota Uhura, Pavel Chekhov, Christopher Pike, all those check out.
Yep.
Commander Janice Rand. I love that we're going just one by one now because we're so pissed off.
They wanted a 3-hour.
Yeah. The people asked for a 3-hour. Lieutenant Tom Paris. Yeah, I'll get that one. Anyone from Voyager I can give like a nod to simply because holy crap, what a story. And if you survived that trip, you probably belong on a wall somewhere so long as you were a ranking officer. I don't want some random ass junior grade, involved. But if you were an officer on the ship, you belong on the wall. Like hands off. Like
also, what a plate! Yeah. What a plate collection!
Right. Lieutenant Commander Hoshi Sato.
That's Enterprise.
Yeah,
she was the first communication officer in Enterprise.
Okay,
I'll give it that one. That one's fine.
Charles Tucker. There we go. Another Enterprise. NX-01.
Yep, that's fine. Died.
Deanna Troi, Lieutenant Commander Data. Again, I have a problem with Bashir. He was the lead medical officer on a deep space science station. Yes, he did serve in the war under Sisko, but he served under Sisko as a lieutenant, as a medical officer.
But where's Sisko?
But what's he got on that? Like,
he's the first only genetically engineered human to be on Starfleet,
which also derailed his career as a genetically engineered human because he couldn't make rank after that. Like, look, history doesn't look favorably upon people who were not looked favorably upon in their present time. Like, it takes time, but at the same time, they probably also wouldn't be given like posthumous awards either. Like, he might be remembered in some circles, but certainly not put on the wall. That's all I'm going to say. Captain Philippa Georgiou? Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The evil one.
Yeah, the evil one, yeah. What? Why is the evil one on there?
Well, because the evil one was technically from the alternate universe, remember?
But why is a mirror universe mutineer on the list?
Well, because in this one, she's not the mutineer. She died in like the first episode.
Yeah.
In, what is that, Discovery?
Yeah.
Or whatever, not just, yeah. And so that's why. But she's more known as the Section 31 mutineer evil person.
Yeah.
So.
Admiral Katrina Cornwell. Yeah, another USS Enterprise.
Or Discovery, yeah. Enterprise, whatever.
Enterprise Pike, yeah. Alonzo Freeman, the Admiral. That's from, I'll take it. Especially over the other Admiral who tried to mutineer the California-class ships. Like, he did stop that whole brigade, so yeah, I'll take him as like a rebel anti-rouser. David Hill, production assistant manager, worked with production manager on Star Trek Discovery. Cool. A lot of other things. Captain Chakotay at the end of this list. Last column. Commander Zero the Third, possibly just Zero. Star Trek Prodigy?
No clue. Yeah, nope, never.
Flight Control Officer and Medical Officer USS Prodigy, Captain Zero.
Oh, is it? I wonder if that's a variation of those AI bots that Data saved. Those mining bots. I bet that's what it is.
Oh, could be. Could certainly be.
I bet it's a callback to that.
Yeah. Harrison Earhart, Bonnie Johnson, Admiral Min Nguyen, Avi Balo, another Paramount. Sam M. Pierce, another Paramount. Same. Writers Guild. Admiral Tawny Newsome. All right.
Yeah.
Full sign off. Beckett Mariner gets listed twice. I like it. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what the rest of these are going to be on the far right side. Yep.
Yeah.
Writers and... Yep. Admiral Jonathan Frakes. Yep. Okay.
That's fine. I got no problem with that.
And then column 10, Captain 7 of Nine. All right. I'll take that as well.
Yeah. All right.
Couple of those I disagree with. Just...
Yeah, I'm betting most of that's member berries.
And I love giving actors their due, but don't give a character undue praise.
I would have rather done the actor's name as some random lieutenant.
I was literally just gonna say that. I would much rather we see Captain Denise Crosby rather than Lieutenant Natasha Yar.
Yep, exactly.
As giving homage to some member berries there.
Yeah.
Then look, Tasha, fine character. Nothing against the job Denise did with Tasha Yar in 2 seasons of TNG. But what did Tasha Yar do to change the course of Federation history for the first 700 years of its existence? Enough to be ingrained into a Mount Rushmore? I'm doubting that.
No, yeah, I'm betting there was more things that people did during the Dominion War or anything, or the Klingon War that she didn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That we wouldn't have known about.
Yeah.
So.
Frakes is a producer, right? So I didn't think he was writing anything. Frakes is a producer and director. And
he usually does at least one show. One.
He usually has he's had directing credits in everything from TNG forward.
Exactly. So it's usually pretty much after TNG. He's always done at least one episode of something, but anything that he has a passion about, he does multiple of.
He was like 30% of the episodes of Enterprise. He was half of Star Trek Picard. Or
I think he did the whole season 3, didn't he?
No, he was. They did a rotating shift of directors for seasons 2 and 3, I think, and they did 2-episode blocks. He did 2 episodes of season 2, 2 episodes of season 3. I think he also did 2 episodes of season 1. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs deserves a spot on that Mount Rushmore. Where is Captain Jeffrey Combs? Vice Admiral Jeffrey Combs.
Right, that would have been great.
Yeah, that feels like a miss to me. Justice for Combs. What about Alexander, Worf's son? Alexander joined the Klingon.
Yeah.
Where's
Worf?
Yeah. I mean, we know canonically Geordi made it to Captain, and later Commodore LaForge. So where is Geordi at in this whole thing? Like, where's Commodore LaForge? And where's Captain Worf? Those are both canonical. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs should be on the walls of Klingon and Romulan halls too, yeah. I would have just laughed at featuring Jeffrey Combs in between all the other ranks. Admiral Picard. Captain Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, just alternate every other. That would have been great. Or the characters that Jeffrey Combs played, just disperse them in every other line. That'd be fantastic. Worf broke the Enterprise Z, although he did claim it was not his fault. Where's Pike's recognition? Captain Pike was on there. He was at the very end of one. Right? Yeah, right here. Column 6, with the rest of most of the Enterprise crew. I mean, where's Kirk? If you're gonna go on that line, like, where's the one and only Kirk? Where's Picard? Where's Sisko? Where are the war heroes and war criminals of Starfleet? Where's Janeway, for crying out loud?
Yeah, well,
like if Chakotay,
no
B'Elanna,
Sisko.
If Chakotay, B'Elanna, and Paris and Kim are all on that board, where the is Janeway?
Again, that's why I'm betting this is the rotating things of these are the honorable people to mention, and then over here we have statues of the actual heroes that led these people, that, you know, commanded these people and made them who they are.
And again, while, you know, I'm looking at Lieutenant Hemmer. Hemmer served on the Enterprise for a year before he jumped off a cliff. Hashtag spoilers, season 1. But what did he do to change the course of Starfleet history?
Don't know.
Yeah, like, yeah. Janeway probably has her name on a coffee store. I will believe that. The downtown Illinois Starbucks is probably the Janeway Starbucks. We don't talk about Picard. He borged us all up. Twice, in fact. Don't you talk about Hemmer like that? Look, I love Hemmer. Okay? Hemmer was my favorite character, and I am so pissed he's not around anymore. Like a couple other characters, most of all, Todd Stashwick's character in Captain Liam. God, what was Stashwick's character? Picard season 3. Shaw. Liam Shaw. Liam Shaw.
Yeah.
That's the one that pisses me off. Liam Shaw should have got his own series. Dare I say above 7 of 9? That's dirty talk, I know. I so want to see the Chronicles of Shaw and 9.
That one, the Shaw would have been great. I like Shaw. Where's Captain Shaw at? Sit there and tell Picard off. That's why he's not on there.
Yeah.
He was like, he was the one who was like, screw you, Picard, you're not that cool.
Request denied. What about Ro Laren? Yes. What about Tuvok?
Yeah, where's Tuvok?
Like, there are so many other characters that changed the course of history. No offense to Bashir, but where the hell is Rolaren? Where the hell is Tuvok?
How do they have Garrick, but they don't have Whoopi Goldberg's character?
Guinan was not
but
an officer.
Neither was
she wasn't an ambassador
Garrick.
either. She was never a political appointee. She was the bartender on the Enterprise D.
Way more important.
Yeah.
He was the tailor at a
what about Tuvix? Tuvix died like the bitch he was.
What about the lizards?
You want a 3-hour show? Janeway was right. We're standing in the Delta Quadrant. I'd kill Tuvix tenfold over for Tuvok, and I don't care if I even get Neelix back in the equation. We are stranded in the Delta Quadrant. To hell with Tuvix. To hell with your morality. I need my chief security officer and tactical officer back on that bridge. End of discussion. I will hear no comments. Garrick did kind of serve on the Defiant for a while. Garrick was, again, an advisory role on the Defiant. I don't like Garrick on this board. Garrick was a political appointee and an advisor to a captain in a time of war. No, he's just a simple tailor.
Yeah, simple tailor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ro should be on there.
Rolaren should be on there, especially for season 3 Picard. Rolaren should be on there. Quark
There's also T'Pol, which is Enterprise.
Yeah, T'Pol probably should have been on there as first officer for Enterprise.
T'Pol and Dr. Phlox, who's first Klingon officer, serve on a Starship or Starfleet Enterprise or Starship. Dr. Phlox, first Doctor.
Yep.
To do all that. Basically everyone. There's a bunch of people on Enterprise that should have been on there.
Rom says Garrick was married to a Federation doctor. Not canonically, yes, but he was altered. He was married to a mirror universe doctor, or a multiverse hologram doctor, more specifically. Vince says Wesley. I said Wesley shouldn't have been on there.
No.
I did.
No.
As much as it pains me, he was a lieutenant junior grade helmsman of the Federation flagship, and while he was a prodigy of the system, he also buggered off in season 3 to go become a traveler or whatever the hell. So what does that have to do with Federation greatness? And
nope. Yep. I agree. No, he did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
As far as to further the Starfleet Academy or the Starfleet. I don't want to say army, but you know what I mean. The company, whatever it is. Anyways, it's just about 3 hours there.
Was Archer on that list? None of the captains were on that list, except for Carol Freeman. We were missing Kirk. We were missing Picard. We were missing Cisco. We were missing Archer. We got Pike. But yeah. So yeah, we got Carol Freeman as the only mainstream series we were missing Janeway. We didn't get any of the mainstream captains, which tells me they're somewhere else in the facility. They're on the wall somewhere else. Although, if they're on the wall somewhere else, why is Captain Montgomery Scott and Admiral Harry Kim on this wall? Like, sus.
They had Shelby on there, right?
Column 2, Jadzia Dax, Lieutenant Commander Jadzia Dax is on the list.
No, Shelby.
I did not see a Captain or Admiral Shelby. It should have been Admiral Shelby per season 3 Picard. And I did not see a Carol Shelby on the list. I didn't see a Captain Jellicoe either, for that matter. Is it true that Strange New Worlds will have a Muppet episode? I have heard there may be a Muppet episode in season 4, although that could just be a Paramount advertisement, a la the SpongeBob advertisement for season 3 that came out. Who knows? It could be a full episode. And I hope they get weird with it, if they do. The Lower Decks episode was great.
Well,
wasn't Kira commissioned as Starfleet eventually? Yes, she was the Starfleet commander of DS9. Yep. So yeah, there should be a Commander Kira. Kira Nerys. Yeah, and that's not on there.
They said
they commissioned her with a commander.
Yeah. So Odo, where's Odo? Didn't Odo get a no? Well, Odo
was Bajoran.
I would have preferred Odo over Garrick.
Nope.
Because Garrick
Odo was not a Federation officer in any way, shape, or form. Odo was a Bajoran constable chief of security.
Yeah.
He was not an enlisted or commissioned officer. I don't agree with Garrick being on there, and Odo definitely should not have been on there. You don't get on the U.S. Military Hall of Fame because you're a commander in the British military that happened to serve on a...
Apparently you do if you're an ambassador.
Apparently you do if you're Garrick, although Garrick made a few things happen in the background to make that whole connection. So yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of hilarious if they sat there and said it's a glitch somehow and that we can't figure out in the coding. You know, it's a virus somewhere. It's like, oh, we still can't figure it out.
Garrick's name just pops up every once in a while.
Yeah, it's some weird Cardassian code that we just can't figure out. I would be like, okay, so, I accept it then.
So I pulled the memory card for the Wall of Honor out, and you'll never believe this. It's a fake.
Yeah. or if the code for that is just a holo chip. What was the hologram in DS9? The quarks. Not that they didn't call it the holodeck. What was it called? Holosuite. Yeah. It's just a holosuite chip, and that's it. And it's just, and then every now and then there's an advertisement for Quark's bar.
Yeah.
Oh, now see, I would love that as like some kid hacked it and be like, or they said they hacked it to be advertisements for Quark's bar, or some Ferengi did that.
Yeah.
And then those are the member berries. I'd be like, that's fine.
This isn't just any quarks. This is the original.
Yes, exactly. I was like, oh. Or someone talks about how they have to learn the coding from Quark's bar to bypass this insecurity or something like that, because he was the first one to come up with this algorithm. Great. That's great member berries. I like that. Yeah. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, because he was a sneaky guy and he came up with this algorithm to bypass our security. And so it's the virus that Quark originally came up with to bypass the DS9 security to do advertisement in it. And so therefore we were able to trick security here. And it's this loophole that they left this little bit of coding still in there. Why aren't we writers for Star Trek?
I know.
We should be writers.
At least a historian or historical
or
reference.
Something, yeah. God. Like they should come to us to be
the
like,
lore
okay,
runs deep here.
Yes. Anyways, it's 9:00. I gotta get tucking the kid in.
Yep, I gotta go as well. You wanted a 3-hour show. We came close. We started a little bit late, but you know what? We're gonna round up for the sake of it. Thank you so much for watching episode 393 of Talking Heads. Join us every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time for the latest in beer and tech news right here on YouTube. And stay tuned. Next week, I will be on location somewhere in San Jose for doing an on-location live show. I have an idea of where I want to do it. I haven't heard back on a confirmed location, but follow me on Bluesky if you want to find out where we will be broadcasting from. I will be broadcasting with Jordan, who's been on the show a couple of times now. We're hoping to broadcast from literally my favorite cocktail bar on the West Coast.
I know exactly where you're talking about, I think.
No, you don't.
No, I don't actually know. But I was going to say your favorite one in Seattle. I thought you were going to say.
No, San Jose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's Seattle. I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Yes, you know the one in Seattle. No, my favorite overall is the one in San Jose. And I think we're going to try to get in there this next week. I've got a text message out. I'm trying to confirm that it will be there. I'm not quite ready to announce, but it will be probably next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Be broadcasting on location live from hopefully a cool bar. And it should be fun. So, yes. Other than that, John, anything new? Anything announcement-wise?
No, I have, unfortunately, I've just been very busy in my life. A little bit of the Discord community kind of knows, but yeah, just been busy. I'm trying to find my new normal now. I do have videos in the works.
Yeah.
But I'm a month behind. I apologize to everyone. Sorry, I just can't do it. I got other priorities. But I love everyone. Still keep posted. Join the Discord. It's food for fun. If I'm going to do anything, you're going to hear announcements there first. But yeah, so do that. Join the Discord, minimum $1 a month. It's awesome. Community there's great. You're going to see lots of wonderful content in there as far as beer, tech, movie stuff, video game stuff. There's a buy and sell. There's a meme joke area. There's everything that you'd want there. Car stuff, everything you'd want is literally within that area. And it's probably the best bargain per value. And you got all the wonderful tech heads surrounding the world. Like you saw Australia. We got people from Europe, all over East Coast, West Coast. Everyone's there on the Discord. It's awesome community. Check it out there for $1 a month.
Cool.
Also, all Star Trek thing, so you'll know it's us.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Cheers, everyone.